have a different roster now.
Hi, chat.
Their amateur and academy teams. I can't help but think, what if I win? What if I'm more than just a regular LCS team? I don't know how it's gonna go, but there's only one way to find out. It's time for Dignitas to be more than just a professional team. It's time to be myself.
Hi, chat. Good morning, good morning. Thank you for the super chat. Listen to Hatsuko. Yes. Pagi.
What if
Pagi,
it's
pagi.
different this time?
Good morning. Dignitize. Dig. Let's go! Now we're watching C9 versus DID. Bokobokobo Kobo Kanaeru at your service. Let me be your sun to shine your day. C9, C9. Woo! C9, did you sleep a bit? Not a bit. Lapar ba jam segini? Aku makan es krim. I'm eating mango yogurt parfait. Ice cream. Let's see. I think it's a new flavor. Yum. Snacking, snacking.
Hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to week 5 of the LCS.
Week 5! It's
It
week
is a day of
5!
yellow and blue, as later on, Disguised is going to attempt to
Snacking,
take
snacking.
down Team Liquid
Ice cream,
Alienware.
yum,
But
yum,
before we
segini.
get to that,
Team
we've
Blue,
got
indeed.
ourselves some Dignitas versus Cloud9. I feel like
Apakah
everybody's
sepertinya
expecting
akankah?
this one to
Yeah.
go exactly one way.
C9 ya,
C9
C9
have been
ya.
at the
Kita-
top of the table.
guys, kita-
Dignitas have been at the bottom, and they're going to
Yeah,
have to bring
kita.
everything they've got if they want to pull off the upset.
Now that you mention it, I think the blue teams versus the yellow teams is a little
Yeah.
unfair, Flowers.
Yeah, it seems a little bit
Cloud9
lopsided.
and TL versus Dignitas and Disguised.
Yeah.
People might be in accordance which side they think is going to win these ones.
You root for any
But that
team.
doesn't mean upsets don't happen.
You got to play the games.
I root
That's
for blue
winnable
team.
out there.
Got to play the games.
Cloud9, of course, at the top of the standings as RTL 4-0. Dignitas at the very bottom at the moment. However,
Brofist,
Dignitas
Brofist.
has been able to win select games.
Brofist,
We keep
brofist,
bringing
brofist,
this up,
brofist, brofist. Brofist.
Because they have been
Brofist.
able to do it. They got one off TL,
Yeah.
they got one off Lion.
Brofist, brofist,
Gotta
brofist.
bring those together, Flowers.
This
in
is
a-
it.
In a series.
The problem
The
with winning
draft
one
pick.
is you got to win 2. See? A little bit of math.
But in order to win 2, you also need to first win 1.
All right. A riposte, I see. Mr.
Siapa
Fiora
snake-nya?
player over
Iya.
here. All right. All right.
Prepare
Well,
your
let's
snake.
see what Dignitas are cooking here. You were talking to Palafox, I believe it was, earlier, and he was talking about how the big patch was kind of a mover and a shaker this week because they were having to scrim on the previous patch for the first half of the week, then it drops, now you're on the new one. So
Yeah.
I'm curious, when there's this big of changes in the game, the ability to adapt and adapt quickly is even more important than
You
that.
guys
And
want
it puts
code?
on showcase
Free
the value
code.
of your coaching staff
Free
and
code.
your analysts. You know, I've
Selamat
always really
pagi.
liked, ever since we made this change to play on live patch, how it really does reward teams that put effort in trying to figure out what is going to be strong, because I feel like that's very relatable for the everyday League of Legends players that are competitive.
Well, I
You know, you're always
forgot-
trying to
I
find out,
forgot
"Oh, what should
the
I
code."
use on this new patch so I can climb
Kemarin
rank?
sampai
What's
mana
the
ya
secret
kodenya?
OP? You know, how can I, yeah, exactly. How can I steal some LP before
Seraphine
it gets,
again?
nerfed? By right. And one of those is Seraphine, Flowers. This one that I had on
Okay.
my list. This was not on the lounge list, but Seraphine got one of the most OP changes, which is not necessarily fully documented, where she doesn't have to hit the center
Wait.
of champion models anymore.
Chat, you know,
and it can just hit on the
it's
edge. So
usually,
it's really, really easy
the first
to get
the
Seraphine's
first
damage
game,
out
the
now.
first session
And
usually got
her,
2-0
I feel
score.
like she's super even
Let's see.
more OP than
Now
previous.
I am
She already
watching the
was
stream.
a power pick.
Yeah.
But on this patch,
Are
with
they
this-
gonna
with
win
that change,
with 2
I think she
and
is
0
even more
score?
valuable. So I think Cloud9 got the better part of the breakup here.
Yeah.
Obviously, they got
The
first.
girly pop breakup.
They did get to choose, so it
Yes,
makes
C9
sense that they would
fighting.
get the better part. They got the pick first, but they did get it, and they paired the Seraphine with the Ezreal.
Biasanya mereka 2-0
that,
skornya di game pertama.
AP ratios as well, so maybe
Apakah
we'll
Kobo
see some
tonton
alternate
jadi
builds here
tetap 2-0?
from Sven. Maybe not. Maybe just go with the
Could
tried
just be
and true.
standard stuff.
Yeah.
You never know. But all right, so we're through the first half of the draft. It is Orianna, Pantheon, Bard, and now Xin Zhao banned out by Dignitas.
Real
Varus,
Serapin Army.
Anidia, Karma, and Aurora banned out by C9. And we've got our bottom lanes fully
Money in
decided
lore.
with the Ashe Lulu
Okay.
versus Seraphine Ezreal, that powerful Seraphine that we're talking about.
Ashe.
Jarvan locked in for XU, and APA piloting the Annie in this one.
Okay, so they've got their hard engage, they've got their poke damage. I mean, looks pretty good for Cloud9. On the side for Dignitas, also very straightforward, very good. Annie is a
Masih
champion you
nunung
can
nggak
punish
sinkronnya kah?
with Jarvan. And Ashe arrows, we've seen with the
Kenapa
prevalence
nggak
and the rise
sinkron?
of Ashe. What percentage do you think of the arrows in the first like 14 minutes actually go mid lane? I'd say more than 50% of the
Sangat, Bang.
arrows.
Yeah, I feel like you
From
see it
a-
a lot. She recalls and then
Kamu
just shoots
semangatin
straight down mid.
aku
I
atau
think that they're
semangatin
always
C9?
just taking shots at the
Bang
mid
Niko.
laners with the early
Where's the
game
code?
Ashe arrows at the very least.
That's
Annie,
the
of
problem.
course, with your
I
speed boost, if you have your shield ready,
forgot, like-
you can make it a bit easier to dodge.
Where's
so
the last
we'll see about
time I
that, but
said the
they
code?
continue down the line here, take out some junglers from Blabber. Blabber has a very deep champion pool. He's not worried at all. I'm quite sure. He streams very frequently and streams all kinds of different champions, and he is one who does jump on
ngomongnya
new
pakai.
patches very, very quickly and really enjoys the
Yo.
theory crafting aspect of League of
Mati,
Legends.
aku
So
nyamnya
I'm
SDM.
excited to see what Blabber does pull out with the Zin and the Nocturne both kind of taking the hit there. They could definitely do with some better frontline and some
Wait,
better,
have you guys
some
redeemed this
more
code?
engage along, so it's not just
Have you
the
guys
game on
redeemed
that
this
side,
code?
but
I forgot.
Dignitas here, nothing out of the ordinary.
Dua,
Flowers, your
Yo.
spicy hot pot, your
Dua,
Jarvan
Dua,
Rumble
Dua,
combination,
Dua,
and
Dua.
guess what? Seraphine and Annie
If you guys
are
redeem this
both great,
code,
great targets
try
for
to
that.
redeem this code.
Seraphine
Someone.
is inherently quite squishy, and definitely would be a very good target for that. Jarvan Ultimate, you can go unstoppable, make sure you can get to her and lock her in place for that Rumble Ultimate. But Cloud9, no surprises yet. Thanatos goes with one of the two main tanks that you
Last
pick in
time
the
code
Rumble.
was
Yep.
The Ornn further engage we are looking for in the further front line.
oh.
Yep, I always like to see
Wait.
Ornn into a rumble.
Huh?
Generally, as soon as that Kaenic Rookern comes online,
Oh,
you don't really
I
have to worry
found it,
that
found it,
much
found it, found it,
about
found it.
rumble anymore.
No.
What is Blabber going to settle with? It looks like we're getting Wukong here in the jungle. Final pick for C9.
There you go. Round
Oh,
it
yeah,
out
yeah,
with
okay, okay,
some
okay,
beautiful
found it.
team fighting. Very big team fight
Region
jungler
already,
here.
yeah, yeah, okay, fine.
Cloud9.
Thank you,
This
Boa.
draft to me feels like Cloud9 are saying, we are a better team than you, so we're going to scale into some really easy
Here's a
5-on-5
new code
team
for
fights
you.
and make sure that we kind of like guarantee our win that way.
Meanwhile, on Dignitas, what is our final choice? Okay, the Hui for Palafox, pick number 5.
Okay, it's got good range, so you can have good isolated matchup here versus Annie, but when Wukong hits level 6 and Annie is level 6, that is a recipe for flashes and kills. So we'll see. Got to stay safe then, but definitely has lots of good range that can follow up on Jarvan Rumble combination. So some pretty good synergies on the Dignitas side as well.
A new redeem
And
code for
we
you
got
guys.
Some Palafox standing
For
up.
skin.
Get some,
Oh,
get some blood flowing
ada
in the legs. Flowers,
monyet.
a little warm-up
It's ready to
routine.
go.
Here we go. I like it.
It's-
Focus up, everybody. Focus
Oh,
up. We
ada
got
Hui.
a possible upset on our hands here.
All right, Dignitas,
Game
let's
hasn't
see
started,
it.
so it's possible.
If Dignitas manages to take down Cloud9, that will be
C9 kalah draft
so
Kak. Iya
insane
Kak
for them. For
Wukong.
this team that, like you're talking about,
Eh?
has managed to win games, individual games, but they just haven't been able to put the pieces together and secure a
Game
series win
one
yet. And
winner.
now they're going up against top dogs in the league. It is a challenge. The gauntlet has
Is
been
it gonna
thrown.
be
Dignitas
C9
must
or
step
Dignitas?
up
What do you
because
think,
C9
Sal?
is going to look to just walk themselves straight forward into a 5-0. They would love to have that still unblemished record going forward. All of our analysts predicted
Redeem.
2-0.
Thank you,
C9
Kobo.
at the
You're
top of the day. What
welcome.
about
They
you?
did.
As long as C9 doesn't throw
if
again.
I was theoretically to predict this game,
Yeah.
Okay, theoretically,
theoretically,
Yeah.
I might also
Let's
be
go.
a Cloud9 2-0 win.
I mean, Not even theoretically.
I
I'll
should
predict it too. We
rotate.
don't have a fancy
Wait.
graphic with mine on it, but I'm predicting the same thing.
I
Dignitas is going
shall
to have
rotate.
to seriously spoil some people's expectations
Yes.
here. So let's see how our opening is going to start.
Okay, so they actually did one of these common openings a lot of times now with the new season. Hold on, we got a comms listening.
Semangat ya, semangat C9. Woi bagus.
Hello, hello. You think
C9
C9 think
apa
you're
ya?
gonna stomp us today?
C9 apa?
I think
Jago
they're
guys.
nervous, bro.
Jagoan nih. C9
I
apa?
actually think so.
Well, I'm nervous too.
What are you nervous about, bro? What are you nervous about?
The wrath of Sven.
They're so nervous. I wonder how Pro feels like on the stage. How much
Sven doesn't
pressure
seem very
did they
wrathful.
get?
No, he's chilling, bro. He's having a great time.
I do like that though. Xu's like, yeah, they're nervous. Because
Yeah.
honestly, if you were to get upset by Dignitas, yeah, you'd have to answer to Dominanero, I would think, in the
Okay.
the Cloud9 review room. But let's see what they can get done in the early game. What I was about to talk about was very common strategy now with the
never been in
new
true
season
pro game,
and the game
but I've
starting
been
so
in a
much
lot
earlier.
of
Is all these mid laners
coordinated professional
opening
games,
to
and
bottom
it's really
lane
stressful.
to walk through and see if they can get an early trade for
Yeah.
a lot of these, you know, poke heavy, harassment heavy bottom
Yeah,
lanes
not
where
really,
we're seeing
but-
this like arms race bottom lane
Yeah,
of
it must be stressful
you know,
for
laning
them.
power, and
Good luck,
it doesn't
C9!
amount to anything
for
this time
C9.
around. Of course, we saw like the end of it where APA is trying to walk back to mid lane. But that was about it, and Palfox tried to get a little bit of harassment, but APA doing a good job pushing up and dodging some spells here for the trade. Nice little
Cicil, Ani cicil.
trade for Palfox there as he walks forward onto it.
And you can see both
Or
junglers.
APA, excuse me.
Both junglers started in their top quadrants
Uh-huh.
here in this first game, so both of them clearing through their second buffs right now, moving towards the bottom lane. I'll be interested to see if they want to try to make any sort of a play happen, or if we're just going to get the full clear game.
Nice.
Yep, definitely full clear game looks very good for Wukong, for Blabber here especially.
Woi
And
kalah ya sama Ani.
since they did have the ward on Raptors, they knew that it's also the exact pack there for XU.
Masih
But
awal mungkin
a
awal.
standout player for
Aku nggak terlalu
Cloud9
paham
Flowers.
skillnya Hui
We are
soalnya.
a 4-game deathless
Susah ya, ada
streak
9 skill.
for Vulcan. And funnily enough, he has not been voted player of the game for any of these games. Very
Who's
suspicious.
been voting
Oh,
on
Hawaii's
me?
with
These
her
guys
earlier.
might be
Thank you.
bums.
We did go investigate though. Our
Oh,
stats
karena
guy
mananya
Liam went to
bocor
APA's
ya.
Discord talking about Vulcan and how well Vulcan's been doing and how crazy his KDA is and not dying. And APA was like, he's a KDA
What is
player.
Tanaton and
This
Photon
guy's always
is
trying
like-
to bait other people into dying.
No,
by
actually, I
playing
know-
Bard and telling
I know
them, if you
Photon
take the
already,
Bard
but
portal into the fountain at the end of the
Thanatos,
game,
what
I'll
champion
take
is
it
that?
also. And then he just never takes it.
Well, he's not on the
Scandalous.
Bard in this one. We'll see. Maybe he can bait people into a crazy Seraphine encore or something like
Go
that.
walk in front of me into the fountain so I can bounce my ult off
Yeah,
your head.
exactly. Be
When
the
they-
conduit.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
exactly.
arm.
What was the?
Oh yeah, yeah,
Vessel.
okay, I remember.
That was the word that Azale wanted to. Or what,
But
no,
Kayaknya last time, last match juga itu juga ya.
so the vessel would have to
He
like
also used
contain it
Orman.
and kind of take it forward.
Eh,
You're.
ini juga.
I think we still got to workshop that.
Yeah, well, we'll figure it out. We'll see if he can hit any big ultis as we go further into the game right now. But so far, no plays being made by either side. The full clear game is the name of it here in the jungle. As you can see, Blabber back out onto the map, clearing through his Raptors here for the second time. XU's going to be doing just about the same thing. Both of them had very similar first
nomor
recalls,
sampai
first
grand final nanti.
purchases, so
Yang
really
menang,
not a
kocak.
whole lot to write home about in the first 5 minutes.
Personally, I like Conduit the most.
Conduit? Oh,
Yeah,
Conduit's a good one.
for someone you bounce the Seraphine ult off their head of your
Yeah.
team. Because
I
they're
do run in Valo.
conducting, it's you know,
Same.
the,
But I'm still at
the
plat
electricity of the ultimate through there.
okay.
Similar,
okay.
similar principles.
I was with you until you were just talking about Seraphine
I was lead.
electricity. I don't know about that one.
Gotta plug your mic in somewhere.
Yep, all right. Fair enough. Gotta make
Back
sure
when
you
I was
got a
playing coordinate
battery
play,
there.
The Seraphine
top
is
lane,
real on the bottom side.
Orm was my default
Poke
pick.
damage doing
He's
pretty
an
well,
excellent
pushing
tank
again
with
here
excellent
on the
lane creature.
reset.
He
Got
scales
a little
well,
farming for
and
themselves
he
so
heals
far.
even better when
No,
you
okay.
have coordinate.
Bottom of the heel there.
Nice.
Van and FBI
Ooh.
trading back and forth pretty heavily. Sven wants to go in. Ignar has to use both summoner spells. Getting
Apakah
away
mereka
from
akan kena
now.
satu?
C9 still hanging around, but a nice
Oh!
gank comes in from XU. Immediate wombo
Yo.
combo for the first blood, and the Jarvan is on the board. Nicely played.
Jarvan.
Really good vision toggle by the
Jarvan,
observers too. We saw
J9.
XU as he was kind of finishing and walking over.
No.
And just slipping in for a lane gank into these volatile
got-
lane flowers. This arms race
who's that?
of laning power
Ezreal.
that has occurred in the bottom lane. It is very
Flash.
effective when your support is able to bait out the flash and or excuse me, use his
Kaladrov
flash
and Kaladrov.
to trade
It's
really
C9.
heavily. If you have that
We
type
trust,
of
I
communication with
trust.
your jungler, hey,
It's
you know,
okay,
I'm in the
it's
area, I'm on the
still
way,
too early.
trying to look juicy. Sometimes people refer to it, trying to bait them, you know, trying to get a heavy trade, and then XU goes in there with the EQ flash to make sure that. Oh, the ward had just expired too. Wow, that may have given Cloud9 some
Oh
false
iya,
sense of confidence,
good timing
but
karena wardnya
Ignar
ya.
did blow
Baru
his flash there to
hilang.
get away, and since they knew you can just go for it, EQ flash to get the knockup
Yeah.
and close the distance. Nicely done from
It's
XU.
okay, Ezreal.
This is what I would always, when I was playing solo queue games, I would always tell my teammates,
Oink.
make him think you're stupid.
Yeah.
Go just
I like
do
that one
something
too.
silly. Do something silly. Meanwhile, back over here in the mid lane now,
Do something
APA
silly.
could be in some trouble. The spiraling despair brings him down to
Itu
150.
ultinya
And you say
Hoika.
that because you
Pakai
know
penyir.
me, I'm your teammate. I'm not stupid, but
Right.
I could make them think that I am.
Yes, pretend, make believe.
Yeah, pretend that you're really bad at this game. It's gonna take a lot for me to do that, Flowers.
Make him wonder why you guys are even queued up in the same match together.
Yeah,
Tapi emang
Pretend
Sinan
like you're
selalu kena kali
600
pertama ya.
lower than you're supposed to be.
Oopsies.
Sinan also
My bad, guys. Well,
always
Dignitas
got
is going to be
first
happy
kill.
about this early start here. Back over in mid, like I'm saying, it was very low for APA, but not actually enough to threaten anything lethal. Still has the flash available on the Annie. Considering all our solo laners are now level 7, I'm looking forward to seeing when we're going to have more plays being made.
Okay, well, no flash still on Ignar and no flash on XU.
mereka bakal ward
And
kecil-kecilan
sometimes we
tadi
do give
Dragon.
extra, you know,
Or-
credit for
Is it gonna
even
be a
if
freeze
you
dragon?
happen to have played poorly, but it ends up baiting someone in. It's like, oh yeah, meant to do
Yeah,
that the entire time,
for sure.
all along, for sure. But because of it, and the push down here, still going to be able to grab Dragon, and level 6 for Blabber Wukong, level 7 there for XU ticking over. And so
Pada ada
jugglers are
Frisbee.
fairly
Kamu
close
dari dim.
in experience with a very
No
slight
contest.
lead there.
Oh yeah,
for,
that's the word,
XU.
contest.
Blabber has to finish his Gromp. Will he be able to finish the Gromp in time? Looks like he's going to get there just as XU walks by. And he yoinks it!
Nice from XU, stealing that one away. Keeps
Stealing.
Blabber at level 6 here on the Wukong, so XU has a decided advantage, but APA can rotate over if XU overstays his welcome.
But he has to
Ayo
wait for
semangat
another
C9.
charge of smite.
Nyebelin
if he
nih
wants
XU,
to really go for that,
Jarvan, so annoying.
Blue. Blabber doesn't have his charge, but it's coming up fairly shortly.
The battle for the blue buff. Both sides sending reinforcements, but it looks like C9 is going to retain control for now.
dapat-
The attention towards the blue
dapat
buff,
kita
however, did allow Dignitas to get the wave crashed into the tier
It
1
could all
turret,
be
and you can see
redeemed, okay.
FBI taking the first plate.
Alright.
Yeah. Extra plate money, drop a couple CS there. You're going to draw a little bit of attention further into the jungle from
Alright.
both lanes. Slight collapse. Meanwhile, rotate on up to the grubs. Tibbers dropped again. Get the push, get a little chunk. And everything's staying pretty
And this
calm,
season
aside
of
from
LCS
the
oh,
early
wait.
flash on bottom.
Okay,
Oh,
Grub's
never
being
mind.
picked up. X's
Oh,
in charge of that.
Jarvan,
Meanwhile,
Jarvan.
bottom lane, Ignar
Is
taking
Jarvan
very
gonna
low,
jungle
down to
gank?
about 50 HP. Got to be careful on this
Ezreal.
one as Blabber arrives into the
Oh,
fight.
it's not
FBI
Jarvan, I'm sorry.
trying to get something
That was
back, but it will
Wukong.
not work. Blabber picks up the kill.
Nice,
and
Wukong.
C9 make their way onto the board.
As every bottom laner always said.
They got
Bot
Ace,
lane is jungle diff.
Ace,
Yep.
Your
or
jungle
Ashe.
is
All the
jungle
laners
diff.
say that.
Ashe.
Yeah, no, literally.
Bot lane is jungle diff. Mid lane is jungle diff. Top lane is very jungle diff.
I mean, honestly, even junglers love saying that too, as long as you're the one doing the diff.
Yeah, if you're the guy that's doing way better, it's like, yeah, this whole game was a jungle diff. Don't worry about it.
You get one gank bot for XU, kill. One
Hmm.
gank bot for Blabber, kill. I like it. Some parity here.
Ashe
Yeah.
easy
Even
silent.
though
Oh,
we have
Ashe.
first place team versus a last
Ashe.
place team. So our
Ashe.
early intro
Yeah.
of the possible
Ashe.
upset on our hands, still very much
Yeah.
alive.
It was Dignitas to strike first, remember? C9 keeping things nice and competitive. And
You
right
want
there, we were
jungle
talking
on
a little bit
top
about this
side.
back in
The
draft.
other
You
jungle
mentioned
is
how
probably
Ornn
on
is
the
one of
bottom
those two
side.
tanks alongside
Pushing up,
Kasate that
there
is
is
very
kind of
frequently
dangerous
picked
for
into
Ash.
Rumble. It's not like he counters
GG.
Rumble, but he survives just fine. And then once you get this item, thank you, MasterCard, Koenig Rookern just makes it so easy
Yeah.
to trade back into him. You don't really feel that pressure anymore from the Flame Spitter.
Yeah, I mean, it's universally so good. Double AP lanes, kind of like you're setting up there just as the Landry's getting finished. So Thanatos is up in CS as we get another jungle fight over the Gromp.
Yeah.
Gimme.
XU really wants these Gromps. He is constantly trying to keep the pressure on Blabber whenever he's clearing through this part of the jungle. Just wanting
so
to make his presence
aggressive.
known, have a little bit of extra pressure on the map, and it is making C9
He's
respond.
giving pressure
Ben
to the
Vulcan
whole
has
map.
to be hyper aware of what XU's doing, making sure that Blabber can continue his pace, continue his own tempo. XU will now head back into the red side
aku di atas
of the jungle
gelantungan.
for Big Dig.
Yeah, honestly, good attempt. I like trying to keep using the
Problem
pressure
is
of your
Ash
pushing
and
bottom
Lulu
lane
have really put
to
against
invade on
Ezreal.
Grops. Even though XU didn't get this one and Blabber does get the spot on this one,
Literally,
you keep up the pressure and you also let your bottom lane keep, poking under turret and trying to play for some power plate money because you're keeping track of the presence of the Wukong in addition to looking for the steal here with your kind of aggressive placement. But
I
off
just
that
finished
Gromp
my
and off the
ice
farming here for
cream.
Blabber, now he's up to the Trinity Force on Wukong. So
Sudah selesai
Flash and
mengambil.
Trinity Force and
Saatnya
Ultimate
minum.
is the
Air
Wukong
mineral.
recipe for success here in the mid game.
So where do we want to see him take that?
Personally, I like playing to either Seraphine ults, Ornn ults, or Annie ults. So Flowers, that is
You
all
can kind
three
of go
lanes.
anywhere. That's you kind of just said pick your destination. Go on vacation anywhere. It'll be great. XU once again trying to invade though, contest some of these jungle camps. Blabber will make
Sumpah,
sure that he
XU
secures
bisa
the
main
large
kayak gitu
chicken
ya, cuman
as
ganggu-ganggu
FBI and
ini
Ignar
orang.
continue running the
Kenapa
show
sih?
down here in the bottom lane.
Ya Allah,
Vulcan and
es
Sven
krim,
firing
anjing.
back. Injured health bars on both sides. Maybe bottom lane is the destination.
Maybe.
Everybody's looking pretty
Siapa yang nonton
gankable.
LCS jam 3 pagi?
Vulcan down
Aku
here,
dan
we did
kita.
say, still
Kita.
deathless in his 5th game, doing very, very well for Cloud9. He's a huge fantasy points earner as well because of the stats, and we'll see if it continues in this game. Seraphine, of course, a fairly squishy champion, and Dignitas comp definitely are built to punish a low mobility kind of squishy support. But Dragon stacking is still been going quite well for Cloud9. They have the reset from Ben. He came back with his Trinity Force, so Cloud9 ready to fight this. APA on Brush here.
Dignitas on the approach, though. They don't just want to let this one go for free. Keep your eyes on XU. APA immediately with the engage. Chunks the Jarvan down below half HP. The Dragon's still very low, but not dead just yet. XU falls first. APA taking the kill on that one as the Drake does go C9's way. It's a 1-for-1 so far. FBI looking for a little bit more. Sven very low on HP here. And the Severing Bolt secures it. Nicely done. Dignitas are going to get a 2-for-1 in the fight.
I like the killer instinct here from FBI to just keep the chase up. He pops his ghost. He gets the Lulu speed
You
up.
think it's worth it?
Chases them down with the slow. So 1 dragon for +1 on kills, Flowers. It's still pretty worrisome for Dignitas just because Cloud9 teamfight is going to be so good later on, and them building
If
towards
the
a
IG
Dragon
doesn't
Soul,
get this Drake, it's a
might be
pretty
very
obvious
difficult
win
to
for
deal with.
C9.
Even
Is
Kented
it?
Soul, some people don't
Is
like
it
it,
worth
but
it?
it's quite good with Seraphine on your team.
So-so?
APA, the
Dragon
idea, he
second
wanted
is
to go
worth
for
it,
enemy
why?
jungle early so that they could get extra pressure on him, and the Dragon down there still with 900 smites
so
for both
too.
junglers.
But last time
they
I
were able to
saw-
kill
I
XU
saw
before
someone
it got
saying, like,
down, or excuse me, 1K.
like,
now it is.
meaning
before it could get down to the
for a
1K
dragon, it's not worth
smiteable
it.
range.
So I thought like
Cloud9 focus
dragon
on
won't be
killing
that
enemy jungler. They do that. They get the dragon, but
impactful, I guess.
giving over some extra money here into the hands of the Hui, into Palafox himself.
Masih bisa lari ya Ezrealnya
Pretty
tadi.
nice for him, and he's going with the new boots
Mukil lah,
in addition to
mukil.
the Blackfire Torch being completed. So if you can stack those
Nanggung,
things
nanggung,
up, will
nanggung
be
gitu.
quite nice for Dignitas,
Modern.
for Palafox. He is about the gold lead himself. The 1,000 gold
Oh,
lead is
tuker lane.
basically in the hands
Tuker lane
of
ya?
the Hui power.
Yeah, top lane and jungle, pretty much non-existent differences between those roles. Bottom lane, you've got about a 1-kill gold advantage for FBI over Zen, but also the same the other direction for Vulcan over Ignar. So it's up to Palafox. Can the genius midfielder pilot this individual advantage into some big plays for the team? Right now, C9 is going to go ahead, start up. Nothing. Dignitas are the ones taking the Rift Herald first, as Thanatos down here in the bottom lane, just going to keep on farming, get this thing shoved up. Photon using the equalizer to clear out the wave as Blabber wraps around, but Photon does get back in time. Won't find himself ganked here just yet, but considering C9 is overloading this bottom side, top side of the map, Rift Herald, free and clear for Dignitas.
Hi.
Trade here.
Thank you, I'm doing great.
Nice,
Good
nice
luck for
weak
your
side
work
rumble
day.
play as well from Photon.
Yep.
As he shot it out, clear the wave, buy some extra time, so that
But it
buys
is
you
the
another
second
30
one in
seconds.
buff,
Every
which is
little
better than
wave
one,
here, and
essentially.
immediately going
I
to drive
see.
the Herald into mid. Nothing really is there for
Okay.
Cloud9 to be able to stop them, so Dignitas just pushing this gold lead ahead very nicely. First tower is so nice once again on this season. So nice little balloon snowball here for Dignitas.
I mean,
Snowball.
honestly, first 16 minutes of the game, you're up 2,000 gold over one of the undefeated teams. I feel like this is a great first 16 minutes for Dig.
It's more like they are
Certainly is.
close, they are
And
goal.
Palafox,
The
when I
second
interviewed him, he
dragon
did
being
say the
better
team
than
was really
first.
focused
goal
on
is 4
improving their
dragons
team
after
fights
all.
from the
Oh,
previous
is it?
week. He also mentioned his own Azir play from last week. Quite obviously, very well
I
aware
thought you were playing League too, indeed.
of the improvements necessary.
Why
there.
don't you-
So
why don't you
Dignitas,
play
I
League?
think, heads are in the right place, and they have the capabilities this game. Ash Arrow and
Don't you
Jarvan,
love Riot?
with Jarvan Ultimate, they have the ability to continue to force the fights on their terms. It's just that you always have this in the back of your head. A team fight later with a Seraphine and people getting Ornn upgraded items fairly shortly as well for Cloud9 provides a lot of value. And Thanatos already
I didn't see
has
I
his
didn't
own
see your
upgrade, and so
reply.
he's going to be able to hand them out quickly. APA, though,
My
might be
bad,
under a lot of
man.
pressure.
Yeah, Ignar and XU looking for an angle here. APA going to continue trying to walk
Yay,
back
you're
to
doing us
safety.
elite.
Does
Yo,
avoid the initial
yo.
Jarvan combo. Still trying to escape the pressure coming in from Dignitas, but XU's ready to full send it, and he takes the kill immediately
Ito
before
the
C9
skill
can do
niya.
anything in response.
Is that
Ignar
Jarvan's
just
skills that
doubles
building
low, make sure he doesn't give over a
a
counter
wall?
kill. Nicely done. Dignitas, play after play
rounded
after
wall?
play, Flowers. They really have been in the driver's seat. If not for the early dragon stacking for Cloud9, they've really got it under control. And Cloud9 have to start being a little bit careful too with their mid tower down. The reason it's such a big focus, you lose a lot of control for both sides of your jungle, and XU's still camping on the bottom side of the map. Thanatos is quite tanky though, so.
Yeah. The Dragon
Puts wall
spawning
around
in
you
less than
unless you
10
have a
seconds
dash
now.
or flash.
Equalizer still down. Cataclysm
Nice,
still
yeah.
down. Dignitas really does not want to allow C9 to make it to soul point. Excuse me.
And
That's
they're at a really good
annoying.
break point right now, where Palafox was able to
can just-
finish his Horizon focus, so 2-item power spike for the Hui, and nobody on Cloud9
just
is up to
kill.
2 items for this dragon fight, so it's a really optimal
just
time for
kidnap.
Dignitas to force the fight. And Cloud9 look like they still want to keep on the early dragon timer anyway, so they're going to bully their way in. They have Annie and Ornn. Can they get someone to wrap around? Because those are kind of short. Oh, teleport top. They're giving it away. So Dignitas make the call.
What is he doing?
Fine, we are leaving.
What
I
is
mean,
he doing
they have no ultimates. The only ultimate available is Palafox. Everybody else still has a little bit of time left to go on the cooldown as APA makes the engage. Big ulti there with a Palafox, and the shutdown comes through
Nice
for
as
Sven.
well,
The
nice
Fed
ult.
Hui dies immediately. C9
Let's
moves
go.
to soul point. FBI has to flash just to make sure he
Yeah,
doesn't fall
shoot
as
them
well.
away.
Oh, wasn't the
Yeah.
call for sure? Just give
Yeah,
this up. and
nice.
you're
They got third
teleporting your
dragon.
Rumble away from it.
I mean, it has to be.
They were
C9.
sticking around. They wanted to, get some poke or something, and Hui just
But yeah,
full
just
comboed
still
the Wukong
leading
clone. Blabber had pretty good reactions.
for the
and Blabber
economy.
just clones forward past the dragon, and APA is like, "Oh, great! I'll wrap around and get a kill."
Ooh, I need
while
ult
you
was
guys are
on
watching our
point.
dragon.
Nice.
So this definitely puts a
C9,
wrinkle
C9.
in the master plan of the Dignitas upset. So we're gonna look at it again. So as we see wrap around here, he's going to try and go for Blabber. They have vision on him, but Blabber is ready with the clone. And so he just clones away from it, and then APA is there with the punish.
Nice ult
Also,
from
just, great angle and snipe here from Sven, and flashing over that wall is not going to get you to safety because Sven had the angle for the Ezreal.
even though they are
here.
had in kills
So
and gold.
that
Look how much
just
stronger
turned
C9
this
is.
game
They are a team fight
from
home.
a lot of good moves had
to
been made
North
by
Korea
Dignitas
Dragons.
for
Yes.
the first like 18-ish,
Yeah.
17, 18 minutes for them. That one, it puts so much pressure though. I mean, Dragon Soul going to be happening really early.
Rumble TP
As we said,
away was
the
fine.
Ornn upgrades going to start coming through.
Yeah,
and
you
so
stuck around, which was the
team
fine.
fight does
I
get
agree.
a lot more dicey
I
for
agree.
Dignitas now that they haven't been able to keep up their momentum.
And I feel like moments like that so often define top teams versus bottom teams, right? The bottom teams can get individual leads. They can build themselves advantages in the game, but you've really got to be able to lock in those clutch moments. And right there, that was a big fumble from Dignitas. Again, what you pointed out with, as soon as the teleport happens, why are we still hanging out around here?
I mean, he thought, oh, maybe we can get this super lucky optimal play where I burst Wukong and you put like a ton of maybe they thought they could actually kill him, and then there's a chance that you like randomly steal the dragon.
Ornn is so big. I don't know how
regardless,
DIG will
feels like a lot of
come in.
ifs.
Obviously not ideal
know.
for them. And
Ornn
so
is
Cloud9,
it's a really good
what
time.
seemed like their plan
That's
is
what chat
in
told me.
full motion here. They're
Ooh, XU immediate flash cataclysm comes out, but where's the rest of the
Ganda mo,
team?
XU.
XU just gives it away mid lane.
Bro, XU!
well, they did,
Why so
they did
rush,
send the
bro?
Rumble ult. That was in the
Haha.
picture. They did this.
Okay.
They did
Empty
the
for you,
spicy
bro.
hot pot. But that was all that. That was about it.
Definitely did
XU
not feel
ngapain ini banget deh.
fully
They didn't have the
organized
rest.
there.
Yeah.
They didn't have the rest
Like
of the damn.
What was that ult?
I'm
This
really
is what I
curious what
thought.
the communication was like in that moment. XU clearly wanted to full
Mungkin
send it, but
maksudnya
everybody
kayak
else just was
teman-temannya
not
pada
present.
maju, nanti pada kayak, oh
and
gue udah maju,
honestly,
kok belum pada nggak maju? Kita masih
maybe
di
you can
belakang
look at the
bajigur.
comms, But
Gitu
I
kan ya.
would say, if you're the one forcing it, yeah, even though you're like, oh, well,
Miss
the
Calm
Quay was
again.
like all the way still back in our jungle. I'm just one that I'm usually like, well, if my
Great engage, bro. No way.
why do we even talk? We should just let
Pak,
APA
kok
do it
gitu
for us.
sih?
There you go.
Even by APA
Wait.
standards, that's pretty toxic.
That's pretty toxic, Indy.
So I was about to say,
I
in that
like
case,
it.
I
Let's
would put the blame on the
go.
one who's doing the flash engage, because like you kind of got to do your.
Eh,
last second
Nakanyon.
check.
What
Oh,
does
all right, I'm
Nakanyon
gonna do my snap
mean?
engage. You know, where's all my
Nakanyon
people at?
artinya
Where's
apa,
my
Nakanyon?
damage? And so the Quay was like down here when he did that, and so he was coming this way, but Rumble of course could cast the ult, but they didn't have the full weaponry available.
Nakanyon?
Nope, they certainly did not, and now there is less than 60 seconds on the clock until Dragon Soul arrives. If C9 gets this,
I don't
it's
know.
such a massive power infusion. You already
North
mentioned how,
American
yeah, Chemtech
Canyon.
Soul is generally not one of the
Making fun
ones
of
that
them,
you would
okay.
be excited to see, but you've
Maybe
got
it's better if
Seraphine,
I don't
you've got a
know.
strong front line in the Ornn and the Wukong.
mean.
This is still going to be just massive up and to the right in terms of the power graph.
Oh, Canyon is
I'm concerned for
KR
Dignitas.
player. KR player
valid,
who does
sir.
this kind
Yeah.
of plays.
Yeah.
I'm here to validate your feelings and concerns.
Thank you.
I
I
know,
feel
but-
validated. I feel vindicated.
Oh,
I
okay,
feel
okay,
seen.
okay.
I
I
feel
see,
heard.
I
think
see.
everyone
Yeah,
is gonna
yeah,
be
yeah.
right
I
there
got the
with you
context. I
for
got the
the next
context.
15 seconds here leading up
That
to
was
this
toxic.
dragon.
I like it.
Let's see if there's any poke damage done.
Or
Horn has already been summoned. Thanatos with the flash for full send.
let's
He's already down.
go.
Blabber's going to take the first kill as XU is about to die. He
Yo.
tries to escape, but APA still has enough damage to take him out. It's a 2 for nothing for
no one's scared
C9.
of
One of them's the
XU
enemy
anymore.
jungler. Sven nearly getting caught on the very back end of the fight, burning low from the equalizer, but not quite
Let's
dead just
go.
yet. Sidesteps the Severing Bolt, hits him with the Papega Frog, eats some honey fruit. C9 are chilling.
Good emo casting.
Yeah, it's important.
And I don't know if it's too mean to say, but it's like, that's how you do a mid lane
Easy
engage
Drake.
right there. That
Easy
was
Drake.
just sick from Thanatos. He sees the angle
That
here
Draven
onto
is just
FBI,
feeding now.
and they just CC
Draven.
lock him. FBI, let me look at
Draven.
the, let me rewind it a little bit. Did his flash might have had a couple
Draven.
seconds left on the cooldown.
Which one is
Sometimes,
Raven?
yeah. Oh
Egypt
man.
Langer.
I'm
Padahal
going
udah
back
unggul.
through it now because like the
Iya,
flash
iya.
is up now, but it still had a little timer
Ya,
of
bukan
flash
berarti aku
cooldown
sedih.
left on the
Karena aku
Ash,
mendukung
so
C9.
that is good flash timings from Cloud9. You know, this is one of the basics of the game at pro level, but like keeping the good flash timer,
Good
and then
flash.
Danto says, great, we have, you know, 15 seconds to work with, no
There's
flash
no
on
Jarvan
this
in
Ash.
this game.
He's
That's
right against the
Jarvan.
wall.
Jarvan.
He's
Do you
gonna
mean
stay against
Jarvan?
the wall. Goes with the ult into the flash. Really good little combo there from Cloud9.
I thought you like League for a
as you
bit,
said, an
not
easy
actually
soul.
into it.
Yeah, they've got
I
the
am
soul,
into
they've
it,
got
actually.
Ornn items coming
It's
in
just-
all over the
it
place
takes a
now.
lot of time
You've got
to
the
study
upgraded
a
one
new
for
game,
the
you
Ornn
know?
himself. I believe, hold on, as soon as our scoreboard comes back here in just a second, that the Muramana for Sven is also upgraded. And then Trinity Force for Blabber, FBI going in, trying to find the damage here onto Ezreal. Can't quite kill him just yet, and the
Ezreal,
Seraphine keeps him alive yet again.
Actually
C9
tried to
trying to
chase
fight
for
back now as
Ezreal, I
Blabber
guess.
is shut down. Photon's going to take
Oi.
the first kill, but Thanatos
Aduh,
on the left side of the fight
bingung.
is a problem.
Ah.
APA wrapping around from behind, finds the angle.
Dikit lagi.
Photon barely staying
Wow.
alive. Dignitas
No,
getting
they
away for now.
retreat.
It's a
They
1-for-1.
retreated.
FBI for Blabber.
Nah.
Okay, what can they
It's
do
okay.
afterwards
Shoot
here?
them,
No
shoot them,
jungler
shoot
for
them.
Cloud9,
Shoo,
but
shoo,
they
shoo,
still have the
shoo.
Chemtech Soul, and they can push in on this tower. Sven is right back up to full health almost.
Yeah,
And
they
they're going to
got
be able
the
to get the tower in
middle
the aftermath as well.
turret.
Chemtech Soul, that damage reduction really helped there.
Yeah.
As he was burning down, and they turn it around for the counter engage. But here's another look at it, and I've liked FBI this whole game. Has had a pretty good eye for setting up a lot of these aggressive plays. Puts a ton of pressure on Sven, and with the Rumble
Yeah,
ultimate, they get his
muter.
flash out too. Actually then tries to follow it up, but they couldn't get back to Sven.
Ugh.
And Blabber goes for the counter engage to kind of sacrifice here and keep the pressure off Sven, and then with Vulcan and Sven in the back line, sustaining through this, they're able to work it forward. Thanatos has just been a monster.
Yeah, this guy's one of the top performers in the league for a reason, right? It just feels like him and Vulcan specifically have stood out to me so much over the last couple of weeks of Cloud9 games.
Sometimes
And
a
now,
retreat is
with
almost
C9
identical
setting
to
up
a
shop
death.
here in the topside river,
Because even
looking
though
around the Baron
the
pit.
death gives extra gold and experience,
Thanatos,
whether
you know,
they
get back
die
out of the
or
brush. He's
retreat,
not really
they are
super
still not
concerned
there
about
to
the
defend tower.
little rumble
Yeah.
damage.
If there is some hope for Dignitas here,
Yeah,
no arrow
but at
now,
least
the poke damage being sustained
they
here by
won,
XP.
God.
But there's no flash on Sven or on Vulcan flank.
Yeah, APA over the wall immediately.
APA
Just drops
maju
the combo
anjir.
onto Palafox. True Shot Barrage rushes
APA
in
trying to
right
kill
alongside
the-
the
wait.
Ornhorn. XU now going to be the next
Oh, oh,
target.
oh, oh.
He's stunned up
What?
inside his own Cataclysm, staying alive for now. Tries to flash away,
siapa
but it
yang
will not
ngelempar
work. It's
sih?
a 1-for-1.
Skill
As
siapa sih yang
APA
ngelempar-lempar,
also
anjir?
falls. Dignitas,
Atau
seeing
tadi
if there's anything else they might be able to
XU-nya
find
yang
here, but
loncat sendiri.
C9 are going to exfiltrate.
Yeah, good damage still from Dignitas over the wall
Anjoy.
here. Quay damage is able to pop
Nice
them.
positioning.
Wait a minute. Sven, he's playing on the edge there a little bit. FBI. Okay. I'm curious if we're actually going to see this get full sent or not, because I feel like neither side really wants to
Aku
go
udah
all in
balikin
here.
monitor.
Yeah,
Mau ngapain
does have
balikin
his
monitor?
ghost pop, so he's
Jangan
trying to make
nonton.
use of his speed. He's dodging a lot of skill shots
Kepala
here.
sakit, love you, drink more
But he doesn't
water.
quite have his
Thank
IE
you,
done.
I drink more water.
Okay,
Thank you.
Photon stepping up, takes a bunch of damage. Sven has to
Wait,
arcane shift backwards, keeping
wait.
himself alive for now.
Let's
Two-shot barrage
go.
goes through.
Let's
nice
go.
job to
Get the
FBI.
wall,
Blabber
C9,
takes the
get
kill
the
with the enemy
wall.
AD carry down.
Get the
C9 is on the
wall.
attack. Tries to use the smite there. Blabber cannot quite catch up to Photon though. Blastcone's going to guarantee that Dignitas won't lose anybody else, but that's another kill for free.
Another kill, chase down. They also have
Okay
plenty
lah,
of
okay
vision
lah.
secured over the Baron, so after resetting, they can get right back out to this area
So far
of the
C9
map.
unggul ya, unggul
Still,
ya.
there's a top
Gila,
tower, so
tim
they
baru
can
nih,
push
Bas.
down on top side first. But things looking very good here
Rontokan,
for Cloud9, of
botak
course,
lah di
with this
IG.
Dragon Soul. Dignitas though, props to them, but for keeping the gold fairly close at the very least. Even with the Dragon Soul going over to Cloud9, and now the IE is done for FBI. It's definitely going to be difficult for them, but still keeping up a lot of the damage output.
And I want to check back in
Technically,
on
the
something
IG
we
was
were
fighting
talking
for
about at
Baron
the
there.
beginning of the game,
Against
because
C9
Vulcan
was
has still not
positioning
died this
to
game, and he has 100%
before
kill
Baron.
participation with all of them being
So
assists.
desu ne.
This is a perfect support performance thus far as Dignitas arrived to the topside river. They want to try to answer the Baron attempt coming out from C9.
Wowie,
Baron down
wowie,
to
wowie,
about 3,000 HP.
wowie.
XU wants to go in, look for the
Wow,
angle,
wow,
here with a
wow,
steal,
wow.
but FBI is
No.
already down to 1/3
XU
HP.
now
Blabber goes on a
got
killing spree. XU
killed
is dead.
easily.
Thanatos getting a ton of damage from the focus fire from the Ashe. Manages to get himself away for now. Sven still firing Equalizer's not going to get anybody, so C9 will take 1 kill plus the Baron.
Okay, some control there for Cloud9. They stopped the Baron damage at like
I don't think
2.7
DIG deals
thousand here, so XU
a good
not able to
damage
finish it off or anything.
at the
Goes
contest.
in, wants to be close enough for a steal,
XU
but
always forcing
does
it.
not get low enough. Nice little focus there from Cloud9. They just turn on him, take out the
Doesn't
enemy
he?
jungle, secure the objective flowers, and they still got that top turret afterwards as well. So progressing the game quite nicely towards Dignitas's turrets.
Yeah, and here's the problem, Mr. Kobe.
Did I move
XU still
here?
dead for the next 5 seconds. That's about the same amount of time
No.
till the Elder Dragon spawns. If C9 gets an Elder Dragon, with Dignitas not being able to do anything about it, I feel like the game,
Yeah,
is well and
see,
truly
we
cooked
have
at
to
that
force it.
All right, Cloud9 cooking
Yeah.
all right. What
That's
can they
the
do
only
with this?
chance.
Now trying to move some of their vision over towards this area by the
We
Elder.
still have,
We're
yeah,
gonna push on bottom too, so
or still hasn't died.
4-1 split for Cloud9. Gonna keep the pressure up. Bot side turret also gonna take some damage.
Oh,
Nice
wow,
little
wow,
chunk
wow,
here.
wow,
Caliber
wow.
gets some plate money as well.
Arrow hits Blabber.
Holy, holy,
Follow-up from
holy,
XU is there.
holy.
Blabber already down to half HP, drops the Cyclone, trying to get himself away to safety. As the rest of C9 swoops through, Equalizer dropping over the top, but Blabber still staying alive for now. Pressure into the back line from Thanatos with a nice two-man knock-up. It's a double kill for APA, and Dignitas are scattered. Photon cannot get away from Sven. One more auto attack to take him out, killing spree for the C9 AD carry.
Nice kill,
I don't
Sven.
even think we're going to need
Nice
an Elder
kill,
Dragon on
and,
this one. It is a 5
is it-
versus 2,
is it
and
the end?
C9
Is
are
it-
kicking
I
in
think
the
it's the
doors to the
end.
base. Bottom
It
inhibitor
is the
already
end.
gone. Nexus
C9,
turrets under fire.
C9.
APA and the rest of C9
C9,
found it all
C9.
too easy to end the game right there. As soon as Dignitas went for Blabber, they did not have enough gas in the tank. Game 1 goes to C9.
Yeah, you saw all the long-range nukes from Cloud9 just taking out the enemy Ashe. FBI doesn't get the move when all these bombs come flying over the top. Cloud9, cool, calm, and collected.
I'm hyping
Are
for
gonna take game
Orm.
number 1, and
The
Vulcan
Orm.
still deathless.
The Orm
Still
player.
deathless. 0-0-13.
Let's go!
Craziness. Lounge, how are we feeling?
C9,
Can Vulcan
C9!
die? I don't think he can.
I don't think
Look
so.
how quickly they get out from their chairs. Wow, that's so
Focus on
funny.
objectives.
Yeah, indeed.
This is an objective-based video
Nice,
game.
That's how they
C9.
want objective at this point.
Yeah,
How
it's
does C9 always
objectively
beat them?
not dead.
In various different ways, but in this game in particular, I want to
Yeah,
focus on the
Orm was
objective control.
good.
So first Drake,
Yeah,
even though
but then one
XU
any
did get
playing
the kill
was
onto
so
Sven,
fun. Yeah,
Blabber focused on
yeah.
the first Drake. So pretty simple.
Yes,
First
I
Drake.
agree.
Second
Good teamwork,
Where
C9.
is
Good
C9?
teamwork.
With the setup
Blue
of this
team
Drake,
plus
they're
Kobo
already
buff
here.
easy,
So they've
right?
already moved into river. They have some vision. Bot
For
lane is
this
getting close
game
so they can
one,
join.
my
And Dignitas
my
they're
favorite
honestly
is
just late
Orm.
to the objective. So a lot of times you would give this, but instead they think they're not going to kill it fast enough. Maybe we can fight.
Orm
Here,
was
I'd say there's a mild
engaging.
miscommunication between APA and Blabber, where APA
Engaging
goes
really
into
good.
the fight, Blabber doesn't. But it's because Blabber is
How
focused
quick is
on
your sleep schedule,
the
Kobo?
objective.
Ah.
Wins the smite as XU dies, even though they technically
It's-
lose the fight, and the gold
it's
gets a little
over.
dicey. Next fight, more objective control. But let me point you to the mid lane here. FBI probably wants to have his item for this fight, because when the
Stands around
objective is
the
up,
ECC and nothing
what does he do?
else.
He doesn't focus on the
Yeah.
objective.
Oh no.
Where is C9?
It's a
They're
fun
on
tank
the
to play with,
objective.
I
Kaela
guess.
Fox wants to be on the objective. Unfortunately, he objectively ults the clone.
Oh.
So that hurts his chances. APA finds the engage, and he ends up getting one shot. But look
If
where
your
the
team is
FBI on mid,
Dignitas, Orm
Ignar
is
in base,
useless.
Rumble
I
on
don't know,
top.
bro.
They are not
Is it
on the
because
same
of my
page
buff?
whatsoever.
Oh,
They
Rumble's
lose
on a
yet
different objective.
I don't know.
another objective.
Ah.
They have different objectives.
Different objective.
Yeah.
Ada,
Objective is
tadi
turret,
kamu lihat chat
objective is
aku
Drake.
nggak sih?
Objective is
Mana
Phantom
happy
Dancer.
birthday
Last
waktu
objective,
itu ya?
as the objective is spawning,
Aku belum ucapin happy
C9
birthday ke kamu
just
waktu itu.
objectively decide to go for a
Yeah,
fight.
yeah.
So technically you could say they're going for
Put
kills,
me
but
on
this is based around
Pesante,
securing the
and I'll
objective,
eat
which is about to
your
spawn.
top lane.
They find a nice engage
What
with
is
Thanatos,
Pesante?
ulting 2, landing the knock-up, essentially getting the full
That's
one
not
turn
really
on the FBI.
true. Rumble
And by
went
the time
for a
XU
different
engages, the fight is
objective
already
because
over. They
his
lose
team
2,
had weaker
and C9 is
teamfight.
able to secure,
That's so.
what is it, Emily Raz?
The objective.
The objective.
I
Thank
was
you.
gonna-
Kobo
I
buff
was
is
gonna say
unreal.
Kill.
The other thing,
that so?
like, the other main differences
And then
between
Baron.
the two, because
Oh
like,
yeah,
Big
yeah,
did
yeah.
get
I
mixed
actually
around,
got
right?
noticed
Focused
by that
down
one
mid,
TL
like, that was
TL
the
guy.
one of objective focus.
I
play
think
that looked good.
he's a
But
victory
even
enjoyer.
then, when you're comparing like different setups, like going into that
So
fourth
that's why he
Drake
acknowledged
fight to
me.
get Soul, they already had their vision down.
Yeah.
APA pushed out that bot wave to set up for it, right? So like they forced Dig to respond to that. Then Digger grouped in mid. There's a really nice engage from Thanatos. He's like, again, like small shout out to him. He's improving in these team fights on tanks, becoming like a much better team fighter than he has been previously in his career. And so it's not just about like, oh, they're focusing objectives. It's that their setup was so much better, even when Dig were getting objectives.
I wonder what Inero is saying at this very moment. Oh, guys,
But
I
then
think we
you
could have
also,
gotten the objective a little faster.
you also
They
do
probably
have this,
weren't that
which
happy
is
with that
just
game
like,
for what it's worth.
Yeah, this is the big one.
Abang Yon
Yeah,
course
they got
remains
to 4
here.
Drakes, which is why they won.
Oh,
but I imagine
yeah,
they're
it
not
was
happy about- They
Yon's.
died to an early game.
Yon.
FBI or Palafox was like 1,000 or 2,000 gold against the Hui. Thanatos was on tank duty. Like they won the game in a convincing way.
Yeah, he said
Vulcan's not going to
feature
be thrilled about
rebuff
that. They didn't win
something.
lane. They kind of just
Feature
grouped
rebuff.
in, ran objective.
And then
Wait,
after
Kobo Bob.
the Drake fight, in which Dignitas ended up winning the fight because like Ash was chasing them down,
Okay.
and that was like some miscommunication because like Annie looked for an engage, like
Champion with
APA
Bubble
thought he
Leg,
found
but
something,
it
but they weren't
isn't
really
such a
supportive. Like
shield.
it's one of those things where like they
Wall
were definitely
hopping
not
Drake
always
is
on the same
Sante.
page.
Yeah.
And if it was against a tougher opponent, they probably would have lost a game like that if you lose a gold lead to Dignitas. That's going to be a tough one.
And small things for Dig, like they did have some windows bot lane. I thought
Oh my God,
FBI
Indy.
still played.
didn't play the
pretty
game,
well.
but
Obviously he was
you-
targeted in the mid to late game team fights because he
You know
was
something,
kind of their
huh?
primary carry.
Yeah.
But they had some really nice.
you
like, that
mention
bot
you?
dive. There was a
No,
fantastic
he
remote
was
equalizer
what tweet
and
my
the combo
tweet.
with Jarvan there. Their initial 2v2 bot where XU then did a lane
Yeah,
gank
you're
was
from
really good,
Tilao,
but it's just that
Tilao.
C9
Haha.
sees the map overall, like as you already showcased, chat, so much better.
Who got player of the game?
It says Vulcan.
Oh, there's a
That's
popular
not-
copy
I'm
pasta.
wondering.
Oh,
I'm not
so that's
disagreeing
why.
with apparently everyone
You
else.
are-
that's
you
why.
are
Literally the
disagreeing.
one disagreeing with everyone.
Wait,
Are we
Vulcan,
getting a
player
little
of the game.
Enchanted by his deathless streak.
I got charmed.
The
You
Seraphine.
got charmed by his
I've been
deathless
in-
streak.
A
I've been
13,
understood.
a
Yeah, I
0,
got
0,
charmed.
13
Okay,
KDA.
supports don't get enough love.
Yeah.
Vulcan has been playing great. Okay, I'm wrong, Chad.
61%.
Okay, I will say I like the
Pasta.
shout out to Thanatos.
Chad, I'm
though,
wrong.
I
I
did
shouldn't have
think
voted for Blabber.
I did think his Orin team fighting was
We could have had a unanimous vote.
We could have.
Yeah.
Boo this man.
Wait.
This still counts. There's no unanimous counting. Like it's just
The audience
Vulcan
agrees
wins.
with us.
That's not in the eyes of the fans. You messed it up.
Very good,
Yeah, it's true.
Seraphine.
I did, but it didn't affect the
Very
overall
nice,
results.
Seraphine.
It's as if I didn't vote. As we head to break, let's take a look at our comms replay connected by AT&T and voted on by chat.
I know he's pretty weak except
cautious,
in
no?
professional
They
play,
go
but
down. Ready to fight
because he
now,
has
no,
so
no,
many
no.
options, he's still overloaded.
They're looking.
What do you mean? Why
Well,
the
well,
pro doesn't
yeah.
choose to
Wait,
get
wait,
Sante
wait,
then?
wait. Yeah. Wait, no, pass. Nice, guys. Okay. It's our lady good. Really good, really good.
Let mid, let mid. I think he wants to be ult, guys.
Okay, I'm looking. Fighting.
He wants to do something.
I
Nice flash.
eat.
Yeah, nice.
Nice.
Back. Dude, nice. They're both carries flash.
Yo, Phil, can you stay with me? I'm waiting.
All right, shopkeeper time. What are we doing for this build?
First pick, 564 miles of range.
I'll get you.
Lane economy is key.
Okay, how about 30 miles
Ah!
to the gallon? That's a high tempo pick.
I get you another code, but I forgot.
9 HP.
Oh,
We can buy one more item. What about
what was the
vision?
last code?
The map's fully lit. We're
Last
not
code
missing
itu apa ya
anything.
guys
All right,
aku?
let's get this show on the road.
And Rez, hey, support means support. No running off this time.
That was just a one-time thing.
Oh, last code. 3J.
Red Bull gives you
Found it.
wings.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here's
Feed.
free skin.
Get fed.
Redeem code.
Scan the QR code for deals only on Uber Eats.
Even with eyes shut, I see them.
Here's 5 codes for you guys.
Vile creatures
Redeem
lurking,
while you still can.
watching.
You wanna play too? I am supporting for C9 on the next game too. Game 2.
None can hide.
Yeah.
They laugh from the
Week
shadows.
5. Week 5.
They won't be laughing for long. I'll cut out their rot.
This is a
Hunt down
skin
every
at-
last shadow.
new skin at. I'm so hungry, but I am broke and crippled, and I can't make food. These ads are so tempting. Quit my membership, and then you can get food. Prioritize yourself.
Once and for all.
My mentally.
I will rid this world of demons.
Cool skid, cool skid. 4 weeks and I still didn't get the code. You got the code now? The code that I pinned? What do you mean you accidentally blocked me instead of redeeming code? That's nonsense. Are you stupid? Indy, you were stupid, huh? Stupid Indy. Dumb. Dumb, dumb. Dumb, dumb, dumb. Our code's one-time use. It's one-time use only. One person. Already read them all? One person, one code. Already read them all? Okay. I'll give you another one.
Welcome back to the LCS, everybody. After the games today, make sure to check out the C9 Kia Champions Arena, where C9 and Team Liquid Alienware will team up in an ARAM Mayhem show match. Watch the games on the Cloud9 Twitch
Here,
or YouTube
another
channel
5.
after the LCS wraps up later today. But before we get there, we still have more League to play right here at the Riot Games Arena. First game, honestly, I thought those first, 16, 18 minutes looked pretty good for Dignitas. They were up to a 2,000 gold lead. They didn't have early dragon control, but then it was a couple of mid-game blunders punished by C9.
I don't have unlimited
just
codes.
couldn't get their footing back.
It's still limited, so you gotta be quick.
Better
It's still limited, but I still have
for sure.
so many of
They
it.
talk about their team fights, but they can even get there for the team fights.
Yeah.
To even be able to first to be able to execute in the team fights, you need everybody to be present.
Yeah.
and be on the same page of what you want to accomplish in that fight. So we're gonna see if they can have a different.
Here's
story
another
during
5
game
codes.
number 2. As you
Another
said, a good
5.
opening of the game though.
Yeah.
So good
codes.
early levels, good early ganks, and some decent
Ba,
plays there.
minum.
So let's see if they can
Tama
keep it together.
emang
Honestly, to
bagi
me too,
ako
I thought
minum
FBI
I'm
was
blue,
playing
blue.
the Ash bout as well as he could for a good portion of the game. When you're
Gone
playing
already,
against
what the hell?
Ornn ult,
Gone already?
Seraphine ult, Ezreal ult, Wukong coming to flank you, like you have no mobility yourself, right? And,
Plus an Annie.
yeah, and he was
I don't know
still
what
finding
arena is this.
opportunities to go like aggressive on Sven and stuff, and trying to use his ghost to dodge
And
stuff. So
Paul.
we'll see about this one, but Cloud9, they feel comfortable. You gotta, I have to imagine. APA feeling pretty comfortable himself, as you
Thank
said.
you
They're gonna
for,
have a show match
for the
afterwards as well.
skins. You're
Dom's gonna play
welcome.
it.
Is he?
Yeah, he is.
We're really redeemed already, y'all.
It
Wait.
It's crazy to
I
think about, 'cause
have
I've been watching this game for
Another.
forever. Back when you were a player.
Another 5.
But there's people who probably weren't even around for the I Will Dominate era.
Yeah, we throwing way
Free.
back.
All right, well, Dignitas, they're just
Free
going to have to
skin.
figure out
Redeem code.
how to keep these early
Here,
leads
another
on track
5
once
for
they get to the
you.
mid game. The two big things that I think about from game number 1 that felt like the roughest water for Dignitas were Photon teleports top at the Dragon, and they still end up trying to pick a fight, find an angle, do something there, when it felt like, okay, we should just wash our hands of this, go home.
Yeah.
And then the mid lane engage from XU, nobody else on the team was ready to follow up. Those two things,
Here's another
that really
5.
stands out to me.
And after this,
Coordination, Flower.
we're gonna
Yes,
watch the.
that's what we need. Everybody's got to be making the same play, making the same call, having the same read.
The
Hopefully, we can get there. Because, man, we're over halfway done with the regular season.
Absent
yeah.
bang. Yes, Wagloid.
Yeah, single round robin, you are playing 7
Redeem.
That's it. This is series number 5.
5 free.
And going 0-5 is
5
rough, brother.
Free skin.
Two of the teams
Redeem.
not going to make it
Code.
in the playoffs.
5 free.
And
Codes.
you want to get in.
Yeah.
All right. Brush it off. Focus up,
exactly.
everybody. Here we go. Game number 2, Fearless Draft. See what sort of fun we can get up to this time around. Not really anything changed since the last patch. You know, the new season stuff didn't really affect this game at all.
Nope.
We did see the new boots. You know, Palvox got the new boots.
The red ones, I don't actually know what the name is yet.
But
just came out a couple of days ago, so I'm still
unknown
doing my
error.
memorization.
Redeem already.
It did not actually end up mattering at all.
Yeah, the red shoes did not carry. All right, we're into the draft. Let's see what we get. C9 chose blue side here in this one. And now we've got the Azir, the LeBlanc, the Nautilus all banned away. Meanwhile, it's Dignitas removing the Orianna and the Karma.
Okay, so with Ashe Seraphine gone, with Ezreal Karma very, very gone. I mean, Varus is still up and available. Some Caitlyn lanes, you know, Caitlyn Bard or something like that. See if we can get some. I mean, are they actually just gonna let it go all the way through here? Then there's a lot of laughing going on. They did ban Palvox's LeBlanc. Maybe that's what the laughing is about, because last time around, or quite a while ago actually now.
No, actually,
they let APA have his Ziggs,
the chat that came from sales server.
Picks this guy. They're always like, "Oh, APA Ziggs is crazy," and they slam
Can redeem the code as well.
APA Ziggs.
So I think it's for our server.
Maybe it's time for APA Ziggs this game, because they protection banned Pala Faker's counter LeBlanc to it, which was successful when he played it versus them last time, but. Dignitas also did give up that Varus that we were talking about, and the Ziggs was their final ban. So since you see the LeBlanc ban, they're like, all right, fine, no Ziggs.
Yeah, we know what you're trying to do.
He doesn't have any other counters. But that does mean because they opt to ban the Ziggs, they give over the Varus.
Varus on C9.
Very powerful pick in that one. The response from Dignitas is going
really
to be
strong,
Lucian and Talia first and second pick.
Interesting here. FBI Lucian. He has had
Talia. Is
some
that
good ones
Talia?
and some blooper ones. So.
Some blooper ones. I like that.
There's been a wide variety. Big variety.
Is that Nocturne?
So, see what it is this time around.
Is that Nocturne?
Nocturne, though, I think always quite good when you compare it. Whoa, there we go with Nico.
Oh.
You turn out the lights and you get this crazy engage.
Someone feels so
Nico already. It's kind of hard to keep
happy.
Engages, but with a Nocturne on top of it as well. Good team
Someone
fighting.
is
and then
flying in the air.
On the side lanes. Assuming that Dignitas are going to try and play the
Nocturne.
map here, since mid-game you rotate your Lucian into the mid lane and you get your Talia.
Nocturne is that strong?
Yep. Around the map.
Nocturne plus Nico with the dive.
Kind of global answer there.
All right, let's see what we get here in the second half.
Okay.
I will Lucian Nami locked in versus Varus and Nico. Curious what our solo lanes are going to shape up to be. There also is always a possibility APA is one of the
players. How do you know so much if you don't play the game?
Nico mid, so that is also
I haven't seen your tweet
although
reply,
I am expecting it to most likely be done.
Yeah. Well, Rise is still up and available. They could do the Rise into Talia as well if APA wanted to dabble there. Of course, the Orianna has been banned most frequently, so still not going to be able to have that option. And Dignitas honestly not really even concerned with.
Sorry, my bad. Then my bad.
They're going to opt to ban, the Rakan, and so like you're saying, they're giving
Nocturne
credit
is
to
weird
APA's ability to play the mid lane Nico, and honestly his preference also, not just ability on the champion, but it's definitely one of the ones that he does really like playing into the mid lane. So. They're accounting for the flex pick.
While on the C9 side, going to ban out Pantheon. First one of their two here in the second half. And Bessa, last ban of the draft for Dignitas.
Okay, no Thanatos and Bessa. That is definitely a good one.
I am full of knowledge that I can't even.
Carry potential.
Memorize.
After Thanatos. I mean, the Fury is Cyclo Sword. We haven't seen a Cyclo Sword yet.
Parah kamu Andre, masa
new
dia aja
Voltaic
dikata
is,
pro player
quite
kocak.
powerful, and the Fury is a
Pro
good
player
user
begini
of
kamu
it,
lawan
so
di IG
kinda
kamu
do
yang
like
player
the Fury
kocak.
ban. A little bit of a new season, new patch ban. If we can try and draw
Bye.
some threads here.
Yeah, come to some conclusions.
We get the classic, you know, with
Vi
Pantheon and the
also
Fury
good.
both taking the
Vi
bans.
also good,
Oh,
ah.
actually, they're not going for the Vi Talia
Okay.
combo.
Kind of surprised.
So they're not going to get the super easy point and click combination, but can still go for good Xin angle here. Into the Varus is pretty good.
Okay. Caitlyn going to be picked by C9. So
Caitlyn.
that is looking like top lane Varus.
And
Okie
Who's
dokie.
this
That's,
guy again?
Not the flex that we were most focused on.
No,
The rock
but
guy.
is a popular one.
Yep.
Aduh, aku
And
lupa lagi namanya
Thanatos,
siapa.
with the flex being revealed already, means it is technically a blind one, assuming the Galio is, you know, gonna
baru stop.
go to
Enggak,
APA,
mereka
they're gonna
bakal-
swap the Nico down to Vulcan, but I
Yeah.
mean,
Iya, ada
they could
Caitlyn.
swap it the other way.
Wait, oh,
if
Galio,
they want,
Galio.
but it's
Wait.
basically a blind
They
Varus,
have 2 ADC.
as the flex was revealed.
Here we go
and so
again,
Pokemon
Varus
taking
top.
poised into the Varus
Here we go
is a
again.
Jax, which, if you do get junglers up there, you can definitely
Here
put a
we
lot of
go
pressure. But if
again.
the Varus gets to like build up his own lead, and you get to the points where it's like, oh, Varus has steel caps already and has this really, you know, has good levels into some of the base abilities already, so you can play
Varus
the base
top
damages.
easy.
The Jax all
Comeback tayo di gamenya.
and
Aku agak
start to lose some of their power. So I want to see how early both junglers would
Agak
influence
ketir
that
dikit.
top side. And
Yep.
of course, APA,
Enggak, bisa.
you know, since he does have the Galio, also has the
Bisa.
option of going
Jago
up there
ini
after
baru stopnya.
Galio. Great at making those roams, similar to Talia.
Yeah, Nocturne Galio is some scary stuff when they get involved. Paranoia, plus the heroic entrance coming down right on top of it. All of a sudden, the situation can go from a 1v1 to a 3v1 very,
Let's
very
start
quickly.
a
I
poll.
did like the early game in
Match
game number 1 from XU.
two,
Remember that he was the one who got first
winner.
blood. He was constantly invading Blabber, trying to steal Gromps, trying to steal chickens, making this the pressure of his bottom lane feel felt by the enemy jungler as well. Unfortunately,
Start a
like we saw,
poll.
it fell apart in the mid game, but hopefully he can repeat his early game success in this one and just have a better transition to the rest of the phases.
Yeah, and unfortunately for him, his bottom lane is going to be playing into a Caitlyn Nico here, so they might not have the same pressure.
Yeah, Caitlyn Nico can be some pretty scary stuff. You get caught by one Tangle Barb, all of a sudden there's
You
a
believe in
snap
the
trap
IG,
right
it's
below
okay.
you, that gets armed, headshot comes in right
I believe
after.
in C9.
Not a good combination.
Oh, and they lost the war over the brush.
It will be
brush ward.
2-0
Zen and Vulcan were
score.
able to auto down the Dignitas ward that they
Varus
put
top
in this
is
middle
very,
side right here.
very
And
strong.
so they gain the extra advantage.
Okay.
Second trinket used already for the bottom lane here. Both Ignar and FBI using their trinket wards and just being able to get the most defensive one.
All right, early battles for the vision can determine so much about the overall state of the lane. Remember that in game number 1, we did have our junglers both starting on the top side of the map, pathing towards the bottom. This time around, not quite the same story.
Yeah, and with the pushing assumed bottom lane on the other side, since like we're talking about with the Caitlyn Nico, they're going to have advantage. Blabber says, fine, it's my turn to do the early invades. And so Blabber, right after his Raptors, he walks over a ward, you know, because the defensive Dignitas ward is there, and since they're kind of expecting this. But so he walked over that ward. Thank you, observers. Bottom side is trading very heavily, though.
Yeah, Vulcan down to 200 HP. FBI down to 300 himself.
Oh, they're
C9 hits level 2.
Yeah, you saw the blast cone over. They're going to try and chase him out. Palfox is taking time away from mid to do this as well. All right, that is going to give over the mid push here to AP8, who's going to be able to shove this cannon wave very quickly. Punch that cannon minion, make sure he gets it. And they basically chase Blabber out of fully splitting the lane here, which I think is quite good to do versus Caitlyn lanes. You don't want Sven and Vulcan to have a fully split jungle where you let Blabber take over the entire blue quadrant.
Yeah.
So that they know, like, oh yeah, we have super good vision. And so here we go. This is what we're talking about, Flowers. Time is running out for Dignitas as we approach playoffs. Now, these odds that you're seeing up here,
Okay.
you know, the odds they just showed, the odds if they beat Cloud9
Oh, yeah,
or if they
the
lose
mid.
Cloud9, obviously drop down to like 13% or whatever there if they end up losing this series. But it could be even less. Though when they calculate those odds, like for stats, they're assuming, oh, it's just the number of scenarios that still exist where you get in, and they're assuming like, oh, it's like 50. Every game is 50-50. But if you're actually looking at the games, you're like, does Dignitas really have a 50-50 chance versus like Cloud9 or something?
Eating
And you
good
think it's
meal
a
at this match.
Slimmer chance than that, then even those numbers might actually be a bit
They're
lower
cooking.
in
They're
reality.
cooking.
Well, those numbers, even as they're presented, are very scary stuff.
Yeah.
Winning puts you at a 26, losing a 13.
Not a lot of scenarios.
No.
Where you're getting in.
That is some dicey stuff. Dignitas are going to need everything they can get if they want to stay in contention for making it to playoffs. XU thinking about invading the enemy chicken camp.
I don't think
but he's
C9
spotted out.
will
Blabber is not going to allow this.
give them a late game.
All right, well, good little defense here from Blabber. Not going to let XU get away with it and chase him off. I mean, XU will be a little bit delayed, so he's still gonna be a couple camps behind here, and it's a nice little defensive cross there from Blabber to make sure he can secure.
Wait,
Raptors,
Galileo so strong.
Fox.
Ooh, nice flick there from Palafox. Forces APA to have to flash in response, but it was Palafox who also had the flash first after APA got the better of him in that trade. So both mid laners vulnerable without the flashes now. Nice bubble lands from Ignar. Vulcan down below 300 HP. Got to be a little bit careful here as Ven does fire back into FBI's health bar.
Yeah, trading very heavily down here, and the CS has been very competitive, so FBI and Ignar doing quite decently for themselves, making use of that Nami sustain the entire time, and now the burst damage.
Hey!
Yeah, FBI is going in. Sven and Vulcan got to be respectful here.
Nice flash.
Flash out. XU wanting to show up down here in the bottom lane, try to find that
out.
first blood again. Won't quite land it, but now that's a lot of vulnerability on the C9 bottom lane.
And XU does invest a lot for that. He didn't go for his Krug, so he hasn't been clearing.
Yay!
Now here's the consequences of the earlier flash for Flash. Blabber shows up mid lane, and it's all too easy for him and APA to find the first blood on Palafox.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you summed it up perfectly there with
Palafox
the flash count,
don't have any
Ven
flash.
has flash still on bottom side, so trying to go for the lane gank and,
So they can
you know,
get
gank down there.
him.
They just get his flash, not a kill, right?
That's
And
Zach's
mid lane
right.
had been traded,
If
so
I'm not wrong.
no way
Correct
for
me if I'm
Palafox to
wrong.
flash out. Galileo, one of the
The
biggest
champion
strengths
that
here
Fodden
for the
used
champion
named
is always
Zax.
the gank setup. And
Right.
with Blabber having his flash to close the
Zax.
distance as well for the Nocturne. Nice setup from APA. I feel like he just so
Finally they
frequently
got first kill.
excels on
Oh,
these
Jax,
setup mid
Jax.
laners, and now he's going to go for a top
Oh my
side.
god,
Yeah,
Jax.
there's the heroic entrance right on top of the 1v1 underneath the turret,
the
but
Jax,
it's
get the
APA
Jax.
who sends
Nice
himself into the
Varus,
grave.
nice
They still
Varus.
get their mark. They'll take down Photon as the
go.
wave gets eaten by the turret, but now Palafox is coming in to try to turn this into a 2-for-1 affair. Thanatos still trying to get all the way back out of here, flashes away from the seismic shove, sidesteps the threaded volley. Thanatos gets away.
XU is just not farming, bro.
Varus escaped.
No.
Varus
He keeps
will
trying
be
to trail to these plays, and
will be
that was a
leading
long sequence of him
the economy
walking.
of the
Okay,
world.
So in the end, it did cost Thanatos his flash. You know, Thanatos
Diggy
used
diggy
his
dow,
flash to
diggy
get out
dow.
of there, but
Hi.
Blabber
Hi.
continues to farm away here, and the Nocturne will get to the level 6 first. So you have to
Gets him
think
1v5
this
in
Nocturne.
the right
Wow, all the solo laners, well, both solo laners on both sides have no flashes, no summoner spells. So Blabber might make another visit to
Zach
one
is
of the
a
solo
green
lanes
guy,
here if they're
maybe.
trading
Ooh.
fairly heavily
Yeah, Zach.
with the Nocturne.
Zax.
You know,
Zax.
ultimates and
Zax.
level advantage. And that could be a little bit rough. Talia's definitely the more squishy one, but Photon's getting pummeled up there too. I mean, he has to play into a top lane Varus, and it was a top lane Varus that, as we were talking about from Champ Select, like, was not harassed by enemy jungle or anything early on because, yeah, there it is.
Yep, and immediately
hey,
Blabber
you're
just
dead,
arrives into the
Zax,
top
you're
lane.
dead.
Point blank, piercing arrow straight to the
You're
face.
dead,
Blabber will take
Dad.
the kill, and
Nice
Thanatos
try, though,
is sitting
Jax.
pretty in top lane.
Yeah, I mean, Photon had a plan to the top
Kaget
lane
itu
Varus,
pasti.
and then
Wih,
Nocturne's
jir,
gonna
ada yang
have a
lompat.
lead. The ultimate goes down. Bot side though.
Yeah,
Oh,
APA shows up. FBI
Yes,
will
spook
retreat
them,
now.
spook
Piltover
them.
Peacemaker did clip him at the very end for the extra damage.
Man,
That's why I
Thanatos
love
also is just
Nocturne.
keeping the wave right in front of his turrets. And he's at,
For
he's
his
at the steel
spook
caps.
gang, hi.
He's at the steel caps for
To
a while,
spook
actually.
someone.
So Photon's going to have to
Easy
teleport
to
back
spook.
to a pushed lane, and he has to call Palafox. Yo, bro, please. Somebody help me. I got
Selamat pagi, apa kabar? Gimana? Jaden, thank you. I'm very good. How about you, Jaden?
The farm's not looking very good up here in the top lane. 67 to 39. Make it 68. Nice. Got all of them. 69. Easy peasy. That's just not
Virus
a
top
good
is very
situation
meta.
for the Jax.
Is it meta
Jax is
because
normally
C9
supposed to be
play
an
Virus
AD carry's
top?
worst nightmare, but Thanatos is resting easy.
Yeah, Thanatos, as you can see, is a monster. Bottom side, though, we're going to get a little action.
Okay, XU trying to make his moves. Ven
Hey.
about to fall
No.
here, even pops the barrier. Will ultimately
It's okay,
die to
Kathleen.
FBI.
You won't be survived
Oh,
now.
nice. Even gave the kill over to FBI Lucian here.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's right.
Get an extra honor after the game for that one.
Yeah,
for sure.
get extra +1.
But the
And
Drake,
honestly, they do
we'll
want
get
to
the
get
Drake.
FBI
I
up
think
to
it's for the
River
IT.
and up to having some threat here on the map. They can get an item on him, rotate him mid. APA is closing in though. APA flanking down here for the Dragon. It's kind of weird because nobody else is moving and Blabber's literally on the grub. So that's a little bait. There's a little just a little walk down, take a look.
Just mean mugging him a little bit. All right, well, the Dragon does fall. That one goes over to Dignitas. Remember that in game number one, Big had an early lead in terms of gold, but they just never had any control over the Drakes, and it kind of felt like they got desperate. Like, we remember the play where Photon teleports away, Palafox tries to find something around the Drake pit, gets punished instead, and I feel like at least now, we're starting off with a Drake for Dignitas, so you're not going to have that same level of pressure mounting against you.
Yeah, if I told you you're going to have to pay me 2,000 gold for that Dragon, would you still want to do it though?
Hell
no,
that's
expensive
Yeah,
that's kind of expensive, and especially if you're Photon. You're like, I don't want to pay for that, man. That's coming out of my pocket. 1,000 of that gold. It's coming out of my pocket. I'm just getting shot full of arrows up here.
Is it a fun
it's not getting any better either. It's 90 to 54 in terms of farm now. You can see XU hanging around. Here comes another piercing arrow. Just can't even take a recall when you want it.
He can watch some minions die here. Oh, he's going to get this cannon though. XU's here to make sure of it.
Immediately. Wind becomes lightning.
I don't think he will make
pressure
it.
here as XU continues the chase.
Nocturne's
Thanatos already going to go ahead, spin the exhaust on that one. Paranoia's about to arrive.
Let's go, Nocturne.
As Blabber
Clear
gets
him.
one kill,
Clear
makes
him.
it an even trade
Yeah,
here.
yeah,
and he wants
yeah.
even more. Going after XU, but Blabber commits. XU gets the kill and barely stays alive.
Oh, you got to finish the job,
It's
bro.
the turret's fault.
Stay in there.
It's the
Stay
turret's
in
fault.
there.
Send means full.
It's the turret's fault.
Okay. All right. Well, Dignitas, there you go. You create some action, you know, make it crazy, and they're going to be able to chop down some of that gold lead.
He should have committed.
Photon, again, it's on the cannon minion, so he went for the all-in towards the cannon dying and set up for XU to follow the kill.
Tapi itu emang tipis banget sih.
With Blabber hovering, you know, you can see him on the
he was
minimap
that
and Nocturne
close.
already. I honestly thought it was
Really
actually going to turn around
close.
better for Cloud9, but
Siapa yang simpen
Dignitas
turret
come
di
out ahead.
sana
Okay,
si
so
kocak?
we're looking at it. Cannon's taking shots from the tower. Then Photon goes in. He gets the stun. So
That's so he's got the red buff ulti enough.
guaranteed. You can chase this
Oh
annoying
yeah,
Varus
he
down.
got the red buff
But as we
though.
were talking about, the Nocturne ult
Oy.
being there didn't save him as
But he flashed.
you know, it's it was able to break the tether on the fear.
Oh my
and Blabber really thought that
god,
last hour was gonna
no. Very
luck.
close.
29
Very
HP.
nice try, Nocturne.
Nice.
Very nice try.
Yeah, that was pretty nice.
I mean, yeah, considering the state of the game, definitely nice for them because Blabber lost a decent amount there with the shutdown going over back to XU.
Bukan.
So that
Yeah,
at least
lagi.
cuts down on the
Dia pikir
jungle
bakal mati, tapi,
individual lead that they had going for themselves.
Luck.
But the
That
problem
was
is,
luck.
it is still a very
Luck you,
Cloud9
DIG, luck
favored
you.
game state. Top lane continues to be an issue as Thanatos continues to have dominance in that 1v1. Next Dragon gonna spawn here in about 2 minutes. So let's see if we get a fight over
Masa
that one.
kebentuk
Quests
keyboard,
are
relate
starting to get
banget lagi,
completed. You can see
bajir.
both supports have theirs done.
Relate, lagi
Thanatos
main
already
game.
has his done up here in the top
Mau
side as well.
Help me, I
Mentok.
want to see it. So I push the lane and
No, that's That is a sorry lane state for Photon.
Sorry guys,
man.
I
He's just
yawned
gonna
because
have to ask
it's
for more help
really
and
early
Dignitas.
in the morning.
We'll
Help
see.
is on the way. Look at that.
Okay.
4 people up top.
All right. The cries for
And
help
also,
have been
I'm like
answered.
off.
FBI.
Oh no, Varus
and
gonna
will arrive
gonna
into
got
the lane.
ganked.
Okay,
Varus gonna get
Photon
ganked.
tries to go all in after Thanatos, and the
No,
Varus nearly just kills him
Varus,
anyway.
retreat, Varus, retreat.
It's a good thing they sent as many people as they did.
Oh. Okay, Galio takes over.
I mean, there's also. I was wanting to see if it was going to continue because Blabber has ult, but they're not going to press the issue too far. Again, Talia's roaming over, so 4 people still here for Dig, and the rotation for Photon back down to the bottom side of the map. Unfortunately, now Photon's going to have no flash. I mean, of course, Thanatos had to use his, but with the exhaust coming up shortly for
Need
Thanatos,
four
he could
Varus.
kill and he could still
A
just
weak
make it
look,
so difficult
indeed.
for Thanatos. So even though the top lane matchup
They
is
wanna
want to
kill Varus so bad,
it's
bro.
still going to be painful for Sir Photon.
Yeah, Photon, level 9 versus level 11.
Sorry guys,
Well,
I'm
he
like
is
off
about
oxygen
to hit level
again.
10 here. There you go. Quest complete. Level up.
Not even allowed to look at those minions, though.
No.
I'm not
Thanatos made him run
sleepy
around
yet.
the block.
No, especially now.
Take another lap, buddy.
He's-
All right, you can watch them now, at least. You can watch them.
He's got the experimental hex plate too, so even if you try to go in after him, all Varus has to do is unleash the chains of corruption. He becomes a monster.
It's time for
This is
Dragon
just,
Contest.
When does it get better for a melee champion into Varus
Let's
top?
go,
Because it
C9.
doesn't seem like it really
Don't
gets
give
better.
a free Drake.
Yeah.
All right, it doesn't. Fair enough.
Team fights, maybe. We'll
I'm
see.
wide awake,
Dragon will be
kind of.
started
I'm
up
wide
here
awake
by
indeed.
Dignitas.
I'm just
Okay.
feeling tired
Dignitas
because of
beginning
work.
the objective. Would love to have a 2-0 Dragon start here in his second game, but C9 is jumping in. The Drake is already secured by XU. Heroic entrance from
bad.
APA.
Correct, team got
Immediately,
the
though, they
Drake.
just get the burst. That was a wallop for Palafox. He wants that teleport back,
They got
man. That
Palafox,
was
though.
not good.
Oh, that teleport sucks. I mean, it's one of those ones, too. You see your team disengaging, and you're like, uh-oh. My hands are already off the wheel.
It's
I
like,
can't stop
guys,
it.
do you
Where's
see the light shining on the board? I'm going to be there.
C9,
Eject
C9!
button. Where's the
Come on,
cancel?
The
C9.
emergency.
Abort mission! No!
The emergency
I still
ejection
have
as
hopes.
Photon tries to get away from Thanatos,
Okay,
but
nice.
no, it's a solo kill in the
Nice.
bottom lane.
Nice, Varus,
The
nice,
Varus is
Varus.
over 50 farm ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When's Photon gonna get his Trinity Force?
Bisa,
Next
bisa,
game,
bisa
not
kopiyong.
Super
Asu.
soon, but
Kopiyong.
sometimes.
It's okay, it's
He
okay.
actually had to buy
Si9
both
masih
defense as
unggul
well.
dalam gold.
He felt necessary to get this
Still good,
tenacity.
still
I'm in
good.
orange. Now if you want to go. Yeah. I'm coming.
That's Telly to me.
TP,
That's Telly
TP,
to me.
TP,
Jack's
TP.
here. I'm coming. Telly's dead. Okay, let's go.
Within 30 seconds.
Yeah.
I think I'm just going to take a quick break. Okay. I'm up top.
This is such
Dude, he
top
sounded
tip.
so excited.
Like,
He
what
was like,
this
oh,
Jax
that's Talia
freaking
TP.
like?
You're like a kid on Christmas. Yo, that's Talia TP right there. That's
I don't know either.
We got to kill after all. They're not out.
You see a box
Sarap
under the
untuk
Christmas
kainin.
tree shaped
It's not fart. It's
conspicuously
my
like exactly
it's
what you
my
wanted. You're
feed
just like, let's
chair.
go. This is perfect.
For my feet.
Oh, I love that. They're like calm shot.
You guys hear that?
Man, you ready? We're gonna do
It's
Galio
not a
Nocturne
fight.
combo. Yep, sounds
Bukan
good.
gantuan.
They
Takan kaki.
escape. Nope.
Eh, pijakan
Wow,
kaki.
that's Talia TP. Let's go.
What is this guy doing here? Yeah, that was
Ah,
a
footstool.
pretty big blunder
Chair.
there from Palafox and Dignitas, and C9 are now
Yeah.
3,000 gold ahead,
Foot
2,000
rest.
of which
Yeah.
is the individual
Footstool,
lead
foot rest,
for
foot chair.
Thanatos over
Whatever
Photon.
it is.
The Jax he still just has no footing in this game, man.
Help me, please. I'm level 11. Thanatos 13.
Yeah.
Hey,
Look how many. There's literally 4
they
icons
they
up
really
here, too, on the
want
top
to
half of the
kill
map for
Varus so
Dignitas.
bad. Hi.
Look at that. Wait, that cannon. Oh, did he get that cannon?
Do you
I don't
remember?
try not.
Hold on, Vulcan going in, finds the pop
Vulcan
blossom.
engaged,
Blabber's ready to
nice,
follow
they
it up,
got
and
one, they
FBI
got
is
FBI.
already down. Oh no, not
Nice.
again!
Okay, nice
This
go,
time
yo.
it's Photon arriving into the middle of
Okay.
everyone.
Okay,
Here
nice
to teleport as the chains
rooting.
of corruption find him on the very edge of the fight. Photon will stay alive, but the damage is already done. FBI is already dead, and Dignitas
Yeah,
won't get
okay,
anything
that was
back.
nice. That was
Yeah,
nice,
right.
boy.
Okay. Driving skills here. Not a lot of space to go with.
Deleted.
After that
No.
wall does get.
Menang besar. Amin.
Shelly's
Kita punya
not
amin,
gonna finish
amin.
the turret, but you know, I've got a suspicious feeling
that it's going to die anyway.
Cloud9 are still going to be able to get there.
I think I agree. I think that I'm also feeling the feeling that you're feeling. That turret is most likely not long for this world. Sven has to flash away. FBI's ready to flash follow. Might just find himself the kill here onto the cable, and the barrier keeps Sven alive for a little bit longer, but it's not enough. FBI picking up an important kill as topside. Photon and X, you were trying to make the play here onto Thanatos, but a TP is about to arrive on the Cloud9 side. APA is there. He gets the taunt. Thanatos staying alive for now, but Photon finally gets his shutdown. Nicely done.
Okay. Dignitas here getting some money on the map. They go hard mid. They get a kill. They go hard top. Another kill.
Winnable.
Death to the 80 carries, they say. That's what the...
Kill both of them.
Oh, another one still.
Yeah, but back in mid lane now we got a problem as Vulcan is ready to help Blabber there with another pop blossom.
FBI very abai.
Yeah,
FBI very
That's
abai.
80 carries. All of them. That includes
Everybody's
you,
dead.
FBI.
If you are an AD carry in this
FBI
game, you are
needs
dead.
to be terminated.
Fair is fair. Okay, well.
Okay, but Dignitas has
Not
both
in the
of
whole
early
game.
dragons so far.
I mean
Third
this,
dragon is spawning here in 30 seconds.
the champion
If
that
Dignitas
he's
can move on to
using
Soul
right
Point,
now.
That's pretty good.
Another disclaimer, okay?
Good, actually.
But I don't exactly think that Cloud9 is just going to let him do that.
No, another suspicious
C9.
feeling here. Okay, IE though, pretty far still away for Sven, so at least they don't have to worry about that 2-item power spike, whereas FBI on some some cheaper items here with Essence Reaver and the Rapid Fire, you can go for these big bursty exchanges like we're seeing. You dash in, you get the Nami mandate buff on you, and get your Essence Reaver
C9
proc on them,
together on
and
Drake.
now is the time
Seal
to
the
shine.
Drake.
Dignitas starting
they
it
can
up
get
here.
the
They're down
Drake now,
4,000
the
gold as a
Drake.
team, but they want these dragons to continue. Look at the Talia wall position right now from Palafox. Can he?
Yeah. Let's see, XU immediately jumps in. Sven bursted nearly down to 0, but he does barely hang on. APA also has to flash away to keep himself alive. Very well done from Dignitas. They don't get any kills, but they earn themselves total control over the dragon. They go to Soul Point.
Yeah, if they had gotten, maybe if that was a little bit sooner and they had actually gotten the
Lucian
and secured
Lucian
the
is
kill on the
very
Sven
dangerous.
Because, you saw the ult from FBI. So close there, trying to finish off Sven, but Sven barely got to escape with his life. And so no kills to Dig. They still get the objective, which honestly is quite good for them.
Looking kind of cooked.
Nicely drawn up. Could have been a tiny bit better. Cloud9 still going to be able to take these low health outer towers. Mid one down 2.
Yeah, and Blabber's going in yet again for the paranoia. APA arrives right behind them, but not in time to actually land anything valuable there with the knock-up on the Galio ultimate. So C9 still with a little bit over a 4,000 gold lead. Blabber still 5-1 here on this Nocturne. Has the Stride Breaker completed alongside the experimental Hex Plate. Just feels like nowhere is safe for Dignitas.
Yeah, got to kite back towards their towers here. They did disengage that ulti. No flash here for Ignore. I mean, Nami is definitely a kill target for sure. That is squishy, but maybe he can have some good positioning. Stay far back out of the big engage, the big AoE. Dignitas had a decent look for themselves previously, and FBI's flash. He's got a pretty fairly small window. Another like 45-ish seconds left on that thing. Maybe 30 or something less now before he gets full safety back. And he's kind of the hope, FBI, see. Yeah,
I think so too. C9 just haven't got the right position.
Damage, a little poke damage before something starts.
To get into the
war.
war.
Really nice for them. But
keys to win con.
Yeah, they're basically waiting for Dragon Soul here. Mountain Soul actually would go a long way. That extra survivability would be very much appreciated by Dignitas if they can get there.
Yeah, but the problem is Thanatos is 1,500 gold ahead. Blabber's 1,500 gold ahead. APA's 1,500 gold ahead. These leads on the top side of the map are becoming
at the right time.
very much a problem. And I don't really know how you solve that problem as Dignitas.
Or the rest
Yeah,
cannot
it
move
also means
forward
Dig,
at
like,
all.
and they're gonna have to win a team fight to be able to get some tower gold. You know, all the towers are still
Step
available,
forward.
and they still honestly all have a lot of plates. So maybe they can find a world. It's just so hard to split push though, because you know the Nocturne's fed. So if they're like, oh, look at all these crystals built up on these side turrets. Maybe we can go get a little bit of money.
Get some crust busters.
We go, you know, bust.
Galio is pushing.
Bust some crust.
To get paid, but it's really dangerous with the Nocturne floating around between these lanes.
And this Varus now with the Dusk and Dawn completed. This guy is so much of a pain to have to deal with in the side lane.
And tanky, man.
Yeah.
A lot of health on.
Look at his health bar.
On this item build.
This guy's a problem. And he's got the exhaust. So even if you find a good angle on him, guess what? No fun allowed button. This is a tough situation here, but there is now less than 100 seconds until we get that potential mountain soul for Dignitas. I feel like they kind of need it here. If C9 gets this next one, I don't think the game is going to be in a playable state.
You watch Watchalong also today? No, I'm gonna watch this.
The brink of extinction right now to begin with.
This session only.
Really needs this drink.
All right, a lot of importance put on the setup for that dragon then. And
yeah.
Currently, no vision for them, and as we said, Ignar still no flash, and that's a squishy Nami, so he needs help to get vision. Ooh, Cloud9, good call. While they know Dig are feeling pressure to get vision on the bottom side to lead over to the Dragon Soul, they say, fine, the Baron's up already. You can try and go get some vision over by the bottom half of the map. We're just going to burn through this Baron, 7,000 health and just dropping. Dignitas, too late now.
Yeah, it's just a sneaky Baron. 24 minutes in,
That's
C9
really nice.
get it. No contest for Dig. They were caught unaware.
They got it early enough that there's still plenty of time to Baron-empowered recall.
Yeah.
And then reset for the Dragon fight as well. Dignitas are going to try and get there first, though.
That's
with
really
the
nice,
Baron-empowered recall being used, they rotate over. They're in the river first.
Okay,
and
Dignitas.
They really need this one, as you said.
Yup. This, especially after that Baron, this is now mandatory. They've got to make this work. Blabber forced to flash. That's a nice start for Dig.
Yeah, at the very least, they know that the Nocturne used ult to secure Baron to, you know, cut off the vision. So there's no Nocturne threat here.
Yeah, it's 4:30 a.m. right now.
But you still have to worry about Nico Galio combos.
Yep, Palafox also no Weaver's Wall available on the Talia. Chains of Corruption find the Dignitas mid laner. Palafox nearly bursted down, but he barely keeps himself alive. APA versus Photon in the back part of the fight, but the heroic
let's go,
brings APA into the main mix. Now C9 trying to realign their battle lines as XU stays close to the Dragon. Thanatos chunked down below half. The rest of C9 in pretty good shape here as APA continues looking, prowling, trying to find Palafox. Culling is going to force Vulcan and Sven both away as Dignitas wants to go in for the Drake and try to secure it here. XU gets the smite and it's Mountain Soul over Dignitas, but what about the fight after? XU barely keeping himself alive as APA falls, and Dignitas not only get the soul, they get a +1 in the fight.
Oh, they do it, Flowers! Palafox is able to survive even after getting hit with the snipe there. Look at this, Chains of Corruptions that you called out. Thanatos hits the snipe, but they can't finish him, and he does get the combo. Then they're so spread out here. Cloud9, no damage follow-up on the Vulcan attempt on FBI's life, so they just used a lot to try and go after Palafox and then go after FBI, but they didn't get either carry.
What do you think, Chad?
And they push him out on the side again, then FBI, with the culling, forces the flash out of the Nico, which was the last, like, big tool that they still had, and it's just
no chance at all.
Fair smite fight. I think Blabber smited early, and then XU's able to secure it. He stays calm, and he plays the front line there as the Xin able to flash out at the end, and they get the shutdown on top of the Mountain Soul. That's all smiles for Dignitas.
That is actually huge. The value of that soul brings us back to a very close
I think
game
so too. Game 3 is possible now.
+3,500 for C9, but that soul is worth, what was the number the Freak said? It's like 5,000 or 6,000 gold is the average value of a Dragon Soul?
Dignitas, are they good for another one? They took a game off TL, they took a game off of Lion. Some of these top teams, Palafox goes for a wall.
Palafox tries to ride the wall, but instead gets taunted as soon as he arrives. C9 kind of just going to shrug that one off.
Hey. I mean,
IE
Lucian
Kobo
here,
for
3
waking up early.
for both
and
him
watching
and
League,
for
we're very
Caitlyn,
lucky to have you.
both AD carries have some good damage output. if they get some time.
Thank you for the heartwarming
Okay.
message.
Well, don't forget, it's not just a tale of 280 carries in this game. We've got 3 of them. Thanatos up here in this top lane, still just continuing to be a major pain in that 1v1. However, I do want to go ahead and give Photon some credit. Photon and XU both, because remember we were talking earlier on at the very start of the game how XU was kind of falling behind the tempo in comparison to Blabber. He's honestly doing a pretty good job staying caught up right now. He's half a level behind, but that's really it. And Photon is now caught up to only being 20 CS behind the Varus.
Yeah, X has been very effective, especially the
blunder again.
You get the Dragon Soul.
It's
you secure
winnable.
that smite, that's like your salary for the day. Good
Yup,
job. It's
I
worth
did my job.
Yeah, you hit that smite. You play the front line. He didn't even die there. That was very, very valuable. Blabber now with the extra gold though does get the Guardian Angel, so you get obviously your 2 lives here for the super heavy engage. You can just Nocturne ultimate all the way in onto FBI and ensure a good Galio placement there. So
is it really impossible?
Very hard to deal with, but
no, I believe in miracle.
When does it get better for Photon versus Thanatos? Well, it gets way better
I believe.
now. I mean, you honestly,
Blast
you're
C9.
2 items.
Blast C9.
You don't care
it's
about the gold. You're like, oh, you know what? Fine. Varus has the extra gold to buy as Seekers. You know, whatever. That can be annoying for team fights or whatever, but being able to have your 2 items on Jackson be level 16 now. Feels so much better. Obviously, not the ideal situation.
Right, things
but
could always be improved.
It's gonna be really hard for
XU has his 3 items, and he's going in on the Galio right now.
Yeah, APA finds himself in the middle of 3 Dignitas players, and I think he wants to get out of town, but they're not going to let him. Palafox
what is
takes
he
the
doing?
kill.
What is
for nothing
Appa
for Dignitas. They
doing?
got 45 seconds. What can they do with it?
You can get out of town as long
Wait,
as
have
your
you even
destination
slapped yet? I feel like you're gonna sleep off
the
the
graveyard.
Like
You could go to the graveyard.
in the afternoon.
Nice little pick on the side lane here.
You know me so well, Indy.
Just walking up there.
Why you expose me like that?
Up, so they just collapse.
No, actually not 3,
Nicely
maybe
played from Dig.
1
We've got
PM.
ourselves a really close game. Just about 30 minutes
Apa
on the
punya
clock.
pelengar parah.
Dignitas are looking to take their
Dia
second
ngapain
turret
anjir
of
Galio?
this second
What was he
game.
doing?
They will secure the tier 1 here in the mid lane, bring that gold lead back below 3,000 for C9. Mr. Kobe, there are less than 2 minutes on the timer until the Elder Dragon spawns. Now they're trying to make a move here onto Thanatos, who might just try to take Palafox with him, but he's not going to get there. Dignitas pick up another one.
Picking them up.
Are they only gonna
over
focus
the
on
map.
objective now?
The double teleport, one on either side of you.
Yup.
So there is nowhere to walk for Thanatos. They take him down. No exhaust.
Probably
no
6 hours
flash.
sleeper.
Dignitas
I think
are fully back, baby.
I choose to be
Thanatos
7,
losing
8
both
hours
summoner
sleeper.
spells and still dying.
But I don't
less
know,
than
I
90
always
seconds
thought
before
7
the
hours
Elder
sleep.
spawns. The Baron is on the map right now, and it's Dignitas
Not
just
even the
going for it.
objective anymore,
Nobody
right.
from C9 is even in the same zip code.
Hi, go.
Big Baron, baby. Dignitas a Baron with the Elder
I
Dragon Soul Shield. I mean, even the Nocturne, the Galio combinations are not nearly
But what
as
if
threatening.
C9 got Elder Dragon?
And since Varus, top lane Varus builds very tanky, unless you're
it's
getting
winnable.
like
It's gonna
headshot
winnable.
chained from Zen from a lot of this CC, and he's able to get a good Caitlyn combination off on you.
No flash on
Dignitas
Varus for
numbers can feel
Elder.
very
Is
tanky
that
and fairly safe. We
so?
saw that last Dragon
No
fight.
flash.
Both FBI and Palafox were able to survive.
Right.
Now there's 3
He has
Dragon
no
Soul
flash.
Shield being available to them. Both of them have their flashes. And Zhonya's is on Palafox too. So they've got a lot of survivability here. Will it be enough at this fight
If
though?
they get Elder, they win.
Trap line looks good for Cloud9, trying to
They
keep
don't.
things on one side.
It's
But
the
Palafox
end.
is looking for another Talia wall. You see him in position.
There it goes.
Elder
Gonna try to
is the
catch
only-
C9 on the wrong side of it, and APA is isolated. FBI kills him before the fight even starts. It's a 5v4 for Dignitas. Vulcan wants to try to turn it around here with Pop to find 3 targets. But where's the follow-up damage? XU's already on a killing spree, and Thanatos is down. FBI about to fall. Blabber goes into the resurrection, but Dignitas has already found themselves a couple of kills. It's about to be 3. A double kill for XU, and the only one left still standing on C9 is Vulcan.
Yeah, and Vulcan is going to have a one-man army attempt at defending their base. It's not going to be easy. Dignitas, they're coming to end it, Flowers.
I think it's more
is
easier
bringing
to
it
be in the
back.
red
Nice,
team.
guys. Good shit, good shit. I played that fight kind of bad.
Okay, they're not going for the edge.
It will
Okay, we just
be
go for a tower before the
more.
Elder.
It will be
That's why you
easier
get more time on the Elder. I
get-
was like, oh man, they're just straight going for it.
to get
That time is
our
still
home
pretty short
base
for that, so
at the top side.
you get one tower first, and then you pick up the Elder afterwards.
Another game
so
3
you get more
for
time
Kobo.
on the buff.
Why?
All good, okay.
Why
This
is
has
it
been
always
a
game
great
3
comeback
whenever
for
I
Dignitas.
watch?
Remember that 10 minutes
Why?
ago we were talking about how
Nade?
they've got to secure this
Why?
Dragon Soul. If they don't get the
Kenapa?
Dragon Soul here, the game's going to be too far
Kenapa?
gone. XU ends up getting the smite. They get exactly what they need to. And
It's
it
not
feels
like-
like Cloud9 has just sort of
it's
fallen
not
apart
like
since.
I want it to
Calafox
be
with a really good wall here.
done
Cuts off
faster.
Galio mid
It's just
justice
like
punch.
confusing because
It's,
whenever I
we're
watch
gonna get
the match,
multiple,
it will
viewpoints
be
here
a
of it.
3
Very
game.
Nice slide in there and blocks the punch. Dignitas taking him down. And the revenge of Dignitas. I think
Game
maybe
3
it's a little
respects
early to
3
call, but I think the
Marbuko.
revenge is complete.
Ah,
When
is
you
that?
see them
I don't
dominate
think
this team fight,
so.
they take down the Guardian Angel from
No.
Blabber as well.
Yep.
I just don't think that this
Doesn't
Cloud9 team
work
is gonna
like
have the
that.
damage to get through Mountain Souls from Dignitas, and they've got the Elder Dragon from
Respect
on top.
3,
Zeta's gonna do
yeah.
his best. Trap line.
Let's go
and
game
Caitlyn
3.
Pew
It's
Pew.
okay. I still put my
But
faith on
I don't think
C9.
Dignitas are going to be too worried about it.
No, they are not. They still have the Elder for another 90 seconds, although the Baron has now fallen off. We'll see how hard Dignitas wants to force this issue. Trapline in mid being such a pain for them to have to deal with, but they continue pressing forward anyway.
I mean, it is annoying to deal with. You can say that again because they're not pressing for it yet. Here we go. Still have the Elder Dragon buff. So still have to be careful.
Yeah, Photon immediately diving in, wants to start this fight with a kill on Sven. A little bit more damage, gets it done, and the Elder finds the execution. Palafox goes on a killing spree,
It's
and now
okay.
Photon's
We'll
only
see
going to be halted
the
for a
real
moment.
C9
Dignitas
in
continues
game
their chase.
3.
Thanatos trying to stand and fight. He goes golden, but the Dragon's going to execute him as soon as he drops it. FBI takes the kill there. Dignitas still have all 5 alive, and they might just go for the end right here.
They're going to do it all right. Dignitas going to even up this series, Flowers.
Dignitas bringing it back in a game number 2 where they were down almost 5,000 gold. FBI gets the kill there onto Blabber. It is only APA and Vulcan still standing. Vulcan finally dies. The deathless streak is over, and Dignitas ended it. They're going to work their way through these Nexus turrets. They will make their way
They
over
are
Nexus.
using
and
your
Dignitas
favorite
is
champion,
taking us
but
to game 3.
they can.
And it's at the
They
hands
cannot
of
win.
Photon Jax.
They cannot
He
win.
delivers Vulcan his first death.
I feel
in
sorry for you,
5.
Swally.
Well, he's 6 games out. The 6th game is the last one. The revenge is complete there for Photon. Analyst, how you feeling about this series
GG for
now? A little bit more exciting.
DID.
They did
No,
it.
my
Much
blue
more
team.
exciting.
For the first time since
Second time since 2020.
second time.
Updated 28-2 in their last 30 against C9.
That's a 100% increase.
Let's
I
go.
couldn't believe it was 27-1.
Yeah.
That shocked me.
Guys, that's their one punch. Maybe they got 2 in them. Maybe they've been working out the left arm. I didn't have enough time to actually show you guys the left arm. It would have been a good surprise. I wanted to talk about something important.
I haven't even voted though.
Was brushed on last
poll,
game, was
so,
improved on greatly this one. I want to see if you guys can tell the difference. Now this one, it's a greedy 80 carry. Seen this in all of our games. Very greedy, looking for that turret play.
This is why
But
trading
meanwhile,
kills for
Dignitas
Dragon is
coming
really
back
good
from
if
base,
you make it
double
for later in
control
the game.
ward in both of these. So
Right.
XU's able to find this pick. So
yum,
amazing.
yum.
Nailed it. Sven dies here. What are they able to get off of this one? As we speed it up.
An
8.
objective.
An objective. That's their first dragon immediately, uncontested. Nocturne is like, yeah,
Okay,
you know what?
break
We're
time, I
trading
guess.
upside. I'm not going to take
I
this
need
first
to
dragon.
go
Doesn't
to
mean anything.
idle meeting.
Go to the next one. Immediately.
And
Dignitas is on
go
it. Got a
to
control word in the line bush.
open
You want to
my
be able to contest
fridge.
for this one. Guess who's not
Looking for some
objective-minded?
Snacks
Zoom
that
in.
I can
It's
grab.
the Galio. He is realizing that he wants to be able to be in ulti range. It's going to take a bit of a trek. Sure, Talia's on top side. But for Nocturne, for Galio to be able to impact this fight, he's realizing, Dragon's going about too quickly down. And we want to be able to contest this. We're too late. Very tardy. That's the tension, buddy. And now we go on towards the next one because that's
Go
now
grab your
2
coffee,
dragons
man.
for Dignitas.
Yeah, you should grab some
I think
snacks
the setup
too.
is pretty important because they've been able to get nice control wards immediately here in the line bush,
Yeah.
here in the banana bush.
I saw all
And
the
look at
feeding.
Palafox's position.
That's
We
why
talked
I
about
got
his assassins
hungry.
a lot. His Talia
Need
is
some snacks
exceptional. Get
because-
that wall down. Make it really difficult for
They're going
all
to
of Cloud9 to be able to contest for this
game
one
3.
easily. So yes, Sven gets bursted immediately by Exude, gets pushed out. Guess who's left alone? APA has to burn flash to get out of there.
I'll be right
and so
back.
do we chase the fight?
Whereas, this is where I started thinking that Dignitas had a chance in the game. I wasn't willing to believe it because they've been so bad at team fighting, but when they're down 3,000-4,000 gold and they kind of just straight up win that 5v5, I think they got something cooking.
That was actually a perfect point. Because Vision takes care of all the gold difference that you had. The fact that they're able to nail down Sven and APA in this, and they don't chase for the fight, they go for the objective. Well done. Now, even though you're really far behind in terms of gold, and you've been getting hit too many times in the head by Varus arrows as Photon, you're beginning to believe.
Objectives.
Objective-minded. Now the problem is the major objective, the big purple worm is taken.
Turns out, not that big a deal.
Not that big a deal because they got to fight for soul.
And no Nocturne ult now.
No Nocturne ulti. So this all comes down to this. We must fight for soul. It's mountain soul. You see all members. I like this fact. APA is trying to find an angle. Unfortunately, you see a Photon in front of you, so you can't really enter the fight. Now, he does still have ulti. Now, Thanatos gets chunked. This one-man ulti from Nico comes down towards this member here, but there's no follow-up. No follow-up on this kill towards FBI. FBI be able to flash up. So the problem here is for Dignitas, Palafox is extremely low. FBI is extremely low. So like, how are we going to be able to contest for this? I love the combination of using FBI ulti to push them off, and it's all on Smite. The Smite fight. How low do you think this one goes?
9.
94 HP. 94 HP, the Smite comes down, that's soul, buddy. So as much as we were talking about how objective-minded they are.
228 since 2020.
Yeah. So remember this. Cloud9 they declined to comment the first time around because they felt like they didn't need to. Now they declined to comment because embarrassment. They're getting thrashed by Dignitas. That's a 100% increase in the score there.
My goodness. Player of the game was a very contentious vote.
Yeah.
But it's going to go to XU. So Blabber was really far ahead in the early game. I feel like XU Xin is awesome. Emily, you voted for Palafox.
I did also.
Yeah, so they didn't get the change and wouldn't have changed the actual result at the very end. They've won a lot of their individual games on this, but I want to speak a little bit more to Cloud9. I think Dignitas correctly identified that they need to be first to the objectives, especially against the Cloud9 comp. Because the only way the Cloud9 goes in is with, there's a big FBI fan in the chat, is with the Nocturne Galio. Otherwise, they have no real way of walking in. Caitlyn, Nico, Varus, all too squishy.
Yeah.
They don't have the normal flanking Thanatos pressure that they would have, and they have to walk in with him as well. So I feel like by being first to all those objectives, Dignitas did a really good job.
Yeah, and I mean, I thought they kind of called C9's bluff at a lot of ways in addition to the objective focus, but even in the initial split map, right, that they were trying to do with the Caitlyn, they did manage to chase Blabber out of their own jungle, so they weren't able to get that lane as far ahead. They punished, to Raz's point, when Sven stepped too far up. So, I mean, they took a game.
Yeah.
We'll see if they can take the series. But a reminder for all of you, before we get to that LCS Spring Finals will be at Arizona State University's Mullet Arena from June 13th through 14th. Tickets are now on sale. Head to
Ticketmaster.
Ticketmaster, or click that little QR code on your screen right now to get your tickets for Spring Finals today.
Dig is one step forward, closer to the Mullet Arena.
Can they do it? Game 3 is next. But before that, here's a look at the latest episode of Missing King, featuring the one and only Ignar, who's also on Dignitas.
This is Missing Ping, a League of Legends challenge show where professional gamers try and solve problems that shouldn't exist that they've never seen before. The challenge is simple. Read the note, hop into game, and try and solve whatever is put in front of you as efficiently and creatively as you can. Which pro will push the limits of their league IQ, and who's getting hit with the ping? Let's find out.
What is this? Question mark. Hit a hole in one. Using only Poppy's ultimate.
Hit an enemy training dummy into each pixel brush.
You may place the dummy wherever you want outside the brush, and you have as many tries as you need to complete the challenge.
First attempt win. Happy golfing.
Oh! I got it. Oh! Middle? Oh! Wait, what? Okay, maybe here is better. Pixel bush? Wait. I need to put here?
Yeah.
Ah. Okay. Okay. I got it.
Yo, chat. I'm back, chat. Hello, vampire cantik.
Little bit more?
I'm a vampire. I'm a right shaman.
Easier than I thought. I thought it's gonna be harder, but I mean I did many times, but it was easier.
Playing golf? We're playing golf. What just happened? Oh, 3 minutes? No, 2.5 minutes until the next game. Welcome back. My break, I don't find any snack. But it's fine, it's fine. Player di challenge hole in one. I miss golf. Thank you, Danielo Crocodilo. I need to go shopping. Kobo, I'm eating Indomie and chicken. That's nice. And not healthy. But if it's with chicken, I think it's okay. Good protein from the chicken, my bro Indy. Just remind me I'm out of noodle. It's a new month. We need to go monthly shopping, aren't we? Aren't we all? Kayak kita harus shopping bulanan nggak sih kalian kalau misalnya awal bulan atau akhir bulan? Awal bulan sih. Kalau mau coba main LOL enaknya pakai apa? Salah, kamu mau pakai apa? Mid? ADC? Aku cuma tahu mid and ADC. Ani cukup gampang. Ani. Ahri. Vigor. Serath. They're pretty family friendly. I mean, new player friendly. I'm new here, but do you eat your veggies, Kobo? Yes, I'm just quite picky sometimes. But I eat veggies.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the LCS, where we are heading into
Kobo
a
will
game
never
3
eat her veggies.
Cloud9
Who are you,
and
stupid
Dignitas,
rabbit?
who have managed to bounce back in the second game. They were
like
down,
that.
what, 5,000
I am
gold,
eating
but
my
they
veggies
controlled
unlike
the dragons,
Zeta.
They got the soul, and they turned the game around. So go with the dragons, so go with the series.
Control the soul, control the game. Genius.
Kobo is
honestly,
your
that has been
favorite
the story
team
for
in the
both games,
LCS.
so yeah. Dragons over
I don't know. So
gold.
far it's C9 and Chilao because they are blue. Wait, Chilao is blue, right?
An even bigger gold lead from the second
Right.
one to win through some team fights. So all comes down to how you do perform in these fights around the dragons. Can't be just giving them up. Got to be there on time.
Yep.
Good setup. Ziggs ban here right off the bat from Dignitas, so we don't need the LeBlanc ban
Oh yeah,
again,
Chilo is blue
probably
as
from
well.
them. What else can they target? Gives them
Dark-
a little leeway
dark
here. You can
blue
further target bot lane.
And light blue.
And bot lane's starting to get whittled down here.
Do you eat tauge
Since
now,
the,
Kubo?
the real
No,
premiere
I
were
want
far
eat
out,
tauge
so,
forever in my life.
Now we're down like towards the Corky
But for
area,
other vegetables,
of
there's a
80 carries
possibility
as
I
well.
will
And,
I will
going
eat
with
them
here.
by
The-
time. Just
I also
just
like
need time.
when
But for
Nautilus
tauge,
lanes
no.
start looking real good.
No,
you know, when
I
some
don't
of the
have
enchanters
time
are out
for
here, some of the
tauge.
better enchanters start getting
Sprout,
taken
bean
off
sprout,
the board.
tauge,
because
bean
I
sprout.
don't know. I just like the pace when we get the engage supports.
Well, I've listened to Hot
play
Support
time
so
as
many
well.
times.
I like
I've
Nautilus because
memorized
he
the
dies
lyrics.
a lot. So generally
That's
the game is going
good.
to
I
have
am
more
brain
entertainment
rotting
with
you.
Nautilus in it than without
Heh
Nautilus.
heh.
Our Dignitas
I'm
signaling a Vi Ori
worming you.
combination here with the early Vi pick. They're definitely going with the hard engage.
Dari
So
20 champion yang
that
mereka udah
dive comp
pick tadi,
might be a
Serafin,
Kaisa
Ani,
angle for
enak.
Dignitas. Again, it's really early in draft, but
Yeah.
already when you have
Aku nggak
Vi,
terlalu
you have
bisa ya. Nami
really
juga
good
enak
point and click,
supportnya.
guaranteed engage. So some sorts
doang.
of Kaisa comps on their side do tend to look
Wah.
good. Meanwhile, Cloud9 build a
Jinx,
Jinx
Vi.
reset
Oh,
possibility
Miss-
here.
Miss Fortune.
Never mind, they're just sifting
Is
through
it?
all the options.
Yeah,
they're weighing their options here.
baiting us. We're just gonna get
And
Corky.
we are in the Corky area, true.
Wait, Corky's win-loss is 6 and 7, and he has a 69% presence. He did both numbers.
I
The
tried
meme
Tempe for the
on
first
both
time
meme
last
numbers.
week, and I wasn't a fan.
I don't know if that's a good
If I
thing or a
ever
bad
want to
thing. It's
visit
some kind of
Indonesia.
I don't think it's a good thing.
I just,
You
I
know,
just don't
in
know what
Indonesia
kind of an
we
omen
have
it is.
we have a fried
Well,
tempe.
so we are in the Corky tier.
With
Let's
a
see what
seasoning
else
as
we
well.
got. Sejuani was pretty early here for
It's,
C9 too, so does that mean we get
saltish
like a-
seasoning.
Well,
I like
Theranos
it
actually
salty
can
though.
have full,
And it will taste better with sambal, you know?
counter
Sambal with
pick.
chili. Chili, yeah.
Yup, C9 going
The
for
chili doesn't need
the
to be
last pick in
spicy.
this
If you
draft
don't like
will afford them
spicy,
that opportunity
there's
if they wanna save it.
there's also
All
a
the way
fried
down there
chili.
at the end of things. Zyra Khan locked in.
And my mom
as the
just
bottom
made
lane
it
duo here for
just
FBI
this
Ignite.
yesterday morning.
Okay, so we slammed
The fried
Casio
chili.
early.
It's not spicy at all, but
before
it's
APA.
spicy
And
but
we get
not
2
spicy.
protection
You
bans
get
here
it?
as well.
You still got the
So
spicy
don't really have
taste,
to worry
but
about Rise.
you won't be
Man, Zyra
you
Khan,
won't be
though.
tortured. Get what I mean? Oh, you love spicy, then it's good. It's not a sauce though. It's not a sauce. It's just pure
Pretty
chili. And you fried
but,
it.
I'm thinking like Thanatos, maybe like Renekton or something pairs with the Sejuani quite well.
That's the one I tried. Try
But since
tempeh.
they
I
slammed
don't
their mid
think they
already,
season it at all.
then they could just,
Yeah, if you tried the
The
non-seasoning tempeh,
is
it's
their
just
preferred protection
really
band
plain,
first
you know. It won't be that
I really
good.
like Cassiopeia.
Try
into
Mendoan.
Zyra
Mendoan
Khan
is the
because
half
both
fried
of them want to
tempeh,
go
right?
in, and she can just puke on the floor and make it really hard for them to do their job. I really do like this pick. The miasma is super strong.
Eh?
So they're thinking the Renekton.
What is a
also.
champion? I don't know. Oh, Rakan and Saya.
I mean, the
Rakan
Gnar, he
and
also really
Saya.
likes the Gnar, but
It's a
it doesn't pair
it's
as
a
well
good
with
combo,
the Sejuani that they
isn't-
showed really early. So Dignitas less worried about that one.
konten masak. Aku nggak bisa masak.
To go.
I cannot
Second
cook.
protection ban for mid lane. The Syndra
Ah,
handout.
bye. Rakan Saya.
Okay. I mean, I can see some worlds where.
And in
you
noodle
get
bread
some
coming from
super
Indonesia,
combos.
I can only just
Vi
recommend
Syndra.
Indomie, bro.
Yeah, that's a lot of damage.
Pretty big damage there.
But I
A little
don't.
bit
I
worried
don't
about
really
that one,
eat Indomie
but not super
myself.
heavily. What else are we gonna do?
I don't really
up
eat
here?
noodle.
Okay. So maybe Photon thinking he's gonna grab a
How the
tank.
hell do you spell
Or they're just taking
Cassiopeia?
out some of Thanatos'
Cassiopeia.
favorite champions.
Oh, that's Cassiopeia?
But maybe it is a Photon tank.
Is that
angle up there,
Cassiopeia?
depending on the Quen.
Well, I
The
fully expect
snake
C9
lady?
to go with their support pick here. They already know what the lane matchup is.
Hi,
They elected to go
Psychoiki.
for last pick, so you really want to get some value out of that very last choice. So the Alistar going to be locked in here for Vulcan. It's not Nautilus, but it's still engaged.
It is engaged. It also
Oh,
an
that's
ultimate stylish
Cassiopeia.
steal.
Okay.
That's what
But you
Pop
can't
is thinking
eat cup
already.
noodle with a
Instant
comb.
hover after he
Yeah,
just
but it's
used
not like I
slam on
eat
it, but kinda
noodle
annoying
that
to do that into a Casio.
that
You said
often.
miasma's annoying already, so definitely would be
Yeah.
rough for him too. I guess they're still discussing it a while, and they'll grab the tank first.
Yeah.
Photon that we're kinda
They
looking
picked
at
the
when Gwen
zombie.
I mean, building up a really
They
nice
picked the
5-on-5 comp here for Dig.
zombie champion.
Again, so many. I mean, these games have been who's going to win the fights around Dragon. Who's going to?
Yabakunai.
Get yourself a Zaya Rakan to build around and a very beefy front line.
Yep.
Is this Nar just a shout out to the Xanatos Nar that we're talking about?
Probably, I would expect.
And there you go. Round out the team comp with a nice control mage, good range, good scaling.
Yep.
There we go. Instantly.
Science, yeah, science.
And we're going to have a pretty fair fight here in game number 3 to determine the final result of this series.
Tried glass chips a few weeks
both
ago.
of these
It wasn't
squads
so spicy.
look like they will
Maybe
be
you
happy
tried the
to
salty
have those
one.
bottom side river team fights around these dragons that have been so important in both games thus far. I just had producers.
The IG draw is
that if
looking very
this game
tough.
It will be the first time they've beaten C9 in a series since summer of 2017.
2017!
That was the first
I'm excited
year that
for
I
the
was
bottom,
a professional
for the
commentator.
bottom
That was
fight.
pre-COVID, holy moly.
Yeah, that is that long ago. It has been over 3,000 days since Dignitas has beaten C9 in a series.
Who's ready for history? Who's here?
It
chat?
would be absolutely crazy for Dignitas to pull that off. And it's not like Dignitas, we were even talking about it at the start of the day. It's not like this is a team that can't get any wins versus anybody. They put up individual game wins against some of the toughest competitors in the league. They just haven't been able to get it across the finish line and win a full series. So if they could be the first ones to put a loss on Cloud9's record, that'd be crazy.
It certainly would. Dignitas, do they have it in them? They've got a good team fight. If they can get Zaya and Victor scaling,
Minions have spawned.
definitely have some good chances. Cloud9 also have, you know, like we said, pretty fair fight
I'm
here.
still
Pretty
rooting
good,
for
options
C9.
on their
Let's
side.
see.
And I do think, wait a second, they're wrapping around on Blabber here. Level 1. Okay, nobody going to see him.
He's staying very
Nobody's
quiet.
going to get any early exchanges going on. Just the ward, and Blabber's probably going to assume.
A little bit of miscoordination there as Vulcan headbutts Dignitas away from the Foss bomb that was in the air from Sven. Gotta get that coordination synced up. FBI pops an early barrier just for the trading. Junglers starting on opposite sides of the map here in this one. Red buff for each of them.
They're doing good.
I expect a lot of calm farming flowers.
Yeah, there's probably not going to be a whole lot.
We're gonna build towards the team fights.
I mean, top lane is a Scion, mid lane is Victor versus Cassiopeia.
Yeah, I mean, bot lane right now, FBI and Ignar, they have full vision of Blabber, so they know exactly
at level
the
2 or
time
not.
Sejuani, so they can afford to go for some of these nice trades on bottom
level
side.
2 now.
Vision, of course, for the other side too. Thank you, observers. A little pop up there towards the Raptor camp, and so they know the buy is also pathing away. So for right now, FBI and Ignar get to go for these trades and harass, and they're getting some good chunks onto Sven and Vulcan, and they're really making good use of their priority on bot lane. But they also know that junglers are completely swapped in their starting locations. Vulcan was trying to headbutt the cannon minion over backwards, and so I just want to make sure that that wave is going to get annihilated, and they get their early reset off here. So all good times here for FBI and Ignar. They get their push in, they get their early recalls off. They know their jungler pathing to the opposite side of the map, so they can get their reset. Ignar sticks around though. He didn't take the back with FBI, and FBI just picks up his early call. And Ignar still sitting here watching, absorbing some of the you know, he was in range for that melee minion. The first one that had died there. Get a little bit of experience during FBI's recall.
I'm okay.
Yep. Vulcan gets a nice quick trade onto Ignar there.
I hope I can do the viral
phase is off to a pretty slow start. We've got Raz standing by for an interview with Dignitas coach Swiffer.
Yeah, play with Indy, boy.
That's right. I got Coach Swiffer with me. You're saying a slow game there, but you're liking what you're seeing so far.
Oh yeah. No, I think that the later the game goes, the more favored we are, to be honest. The only questionable thing is the now, like how well can we answer that question? But I think the rest of it, like, we're looking pretty good. We're looking bloody great.
You're looking good.
Considering how
Now,
abis
here's the
ini.
thing.
Apa
I've been told by
namanya?
the stats man, 3,179 days. Just like since 2017, since Dignitas won a series versus Cloud9. Of course, you're a part of that legacy. So, what's your thoughts on it? Do you think you can do it?
I really
Yeah,
like the
absolutely.
name
You-
of
do you know what the thing is? It's
Cassiopeia.
like
It looks
none
really.
of us thought about that going into it, but I bet that the
Authentic.
people, like, whoever it is at C9,
Unique.
like I think that C9 are thinking about
Cassiopeia.
that. And I think
Cassiopeia.
that every play that they make that goes
Cassiopeia.
against them this game, it's going through their heads that they're about to lose the series, and I think that's really, really scary for them.
Now, you guys were doing exceptionally well in Game 2, and then we panned to the coach's camera. You just weren't there. Where the hell were you?
I was praying. I was in the prayer room, you know. So yeah, I was doing all right. I was just preparing the next draft because I think it was after the
Snake.
third or fourth Drake. I just was like, oh, okay, we've got the game. We can actually win this because the early game looks pretty dire. I'll be honest. But yeah, I was just preparing the next draft.
All right, thanks a ton for that one. As you are continuing to pray, hey, let's see what happens. Casters, take it away.
Thank you very much, Raz and Swiffer.
Apa
I
lost
like
the mid
the
ka?
faith to be like,
Siapa
okay,
sih
I can go
tuh?
work on the next draft now. We got the Dragons. We're chilling.
Yeah, the Dragon Soul and the Elder as well in the last game.
Who's the name? The champion name that Palafox using right
they're
now.
remaining calm here. Again, the Victor.
Oh,
and the Zai,
Victor.
very,
Oh, yeah,
very
Victor.
Good, you know, carries to put their money in and feel pretty.
Taz
confident
and
the
Victor
later
has
games
CC.
does
Maybe
go,
this will be a
as we
controlling
were
mid
looking
lane
at it.
one.
So does set them up for some pretty good team fights, and see if we can have a similar story here. Blabber though. Down to an early dragon. Drops his control word in the pit. Walked through the control word that he had.
The
towards mid lane as
arcane
well,
actor.
feels pretty good about this one. Bot lane is also pushing right back out.
Yeah, this is a very early Dragon. Blabber is really taking it to heart that the Dragons have been super important so far in the series.
Yeah, and he had a good opportunity to go solo it up too. They also know that Vi has been pathing the other way, so if you're ever starting out, you know, pathing from bot up towards top for the Vi, then your next full re-clear. Nice little opportunity, even though the crab is up on the top side. Blabber gets the bigger one.
The bigger crab.
The crab with wings?
Yeah, the flying crab. I mean, it's the same color as the
Everything's
scuttle
really
crab.
just a crab, okay?
Yeah, it's all just different versions.
Is
of
majority
crabs.
of
Lizards is
chat
crabs,
C gang?
Dragons is crabs.
Ooh, do
think
you want to
so.
do a Sejuani ult from behind the Raptor?
Think
Looks like he's
so.
thinking about it, and there it is. Glacial Prison immediately. Blabber flies over the wall, and APA picks up the first blood. It's just that easy.
Wait, what time is it?
Good thing we got our
It's
interview
5
super
a.m.?
before.
Yeah.
It's 5
A little bit
a.m.?
less good now.
Good timing, Raz. Good timing.
After Cloud9 have gotten the Dragon and the early assassination on mid lane.
Yeah, this is just about the best start you could ask for Blabber. I have to feel like you take the
Yeah,
Dragon
it's
on
quite
spawn,
hard.
you secure not just the early Drake, but early Ocean Drake. Feels so good for all of your laners. You drive by mid, first ulti, instantly rewards
Why
you
did
with
I
first
freak
blood for your
out?
mid
It's-
laner.
It's
Everything's
normal.
fantastic.
Yeah, especially for all these mid laners, you know, taking the new
Here is
Deathfire.
7 a.m.
And they're
6
constantly
p.m. for
trading
me.
to keep up the burn.
5
and,
p.m. for you.
That's going to definitely benefit the
6 a.m. for
Ocean
you.
Dragon team. Slow disengage here. Level 6 does come in for FBI too, so have to be wary of the ulti.
Good morning and good
Making
afternoon,
us annihilate the
everyone.
wave. Get another nice recall for himself. Perks of having the recon. Just start it up for you. Take care of the minions. Oh, actually, he doesn't have a little timer for himself right now. So they are desyncing again. So they send Ignar back for a support timer to use his spell book to return. But Vi is now looking mid with the ult because they just used Victor.
Yeah, Palafox didn't get a lot of value out of that Arcane Storm. APA's health bar still 80% full. XU's just hanging out on the side of the
7
lane
p.m.
there, but the
here.
entire time
4
Blabber is just
p.m.
farming up his wolf
5
camp. So
p.m.
getting further ahead. XU goes in for the full send after
Wait!
APA. Vi ulti
No!
already committed. APA still just trying to walk it away. Stays
Oh,
alive
shit!
for now, but no, APA drops. He
Didn't want to flash.
Yeah, he still has his
Hold it.
flash. Okay.
He thought he could tank the damage, but they just run him down.
Yeah, I
And
was
Deathfire burning him.
I was honestly expecting the flash there, but Not going to happen. All right, Photon making his way into the river up here, as XU did want to start up the grubs, but since Blabber is in the neighborhood, he's going to put a stop to that, take over this objective himself. Grub number 1 already secured, and with Thanatos already forcing the wave into the tier 1 turret up in topside. Photon has to return over to that, so it's pretty difficult for Dignitas to try to do anything about this grub take, so that's going to be both early neutral objectives going C9's way.
You're using the new runes?
Blabber
What
pretty happy
runes?
about that one. Probably not too ecstatic about
Well, jungle have
death
hard
on mid,
engage.
but I guess you could say based on his flash for next time.
Yeah, we'll see how it works out.
Little invade here, and then Spellbook Sejuani pops out the ignite.
Bye,
and nobody expects.
I forgot the name again.
Looks like not really.
Juggler.
Does leave a ward in this top
No,
side.
the monster.
Recall going back to base.
The
and
one that can
Protoplasm
turn into a
Harness
monster,
completed
right?
already. Nice early cheap power spike there for tanky junglers. As Vulcan loses half of his HP in a trade down here from the bottom side. Sven's ready to fire back though. FBI's got to be respectful. Ignar is covering the retreat of the Xayah, but Vulcan immediately ready to jump in there with the Unbreakable Will. Ignar defensive quickness just to try to get away.
I mean, Blabber is in the area with Sejuani ult, so you gotta respect that. Your bot lane just gets chunked pretty low. No ulti on Ignar now. Heal used as well.
Yeah.
But XU's down here too. Just
So Sejuani is Blabber.
Back the other way now, so no threat of the big
Ignar,
guys coming
Sejuani,
through, and we
Cassiopeia.
continue our farming ways. Okay.
Okay.
Check in here on the effective use of the new rune of the Deathfire Touch.
All right, what do we got?
Obviously, since Victor has more range and easy to tag people with lasers, he is going to be the better users just for this matchup. You're trying to keep the Deathfire Touches up on the enemy champion as long as you can. Get your power burn there, and Palafox has been tagging him with a lot of these lasers. It also does help that they got the kill just kind of walking him down.
Yeah.
that was some good Deathfire Touch uptime, but it's over 500 damage, 513 damage so far for Victor's Deathfire Touch, and half of that, just 251 for the Cassiopeia. Again, definitely great.
You also forget the name of the champion sometimes.
Little poke there, but Blabber and the rest of Cloud9 up on the
Our
dragon.
league players also.
All right, remember, there's no ulti available for the Rakan, and C9 just dogpile Ignar, kill him before anything can even be said about it from anyone else on Dignitas. C9's going to earn himself Drake number 2.
C9, get the Drake.
On that.
C9, C9, get the Drake.
Goodbye, Ignar, and goodbye, Dragon.
Got the second Drake.
And you can see the timer on the scoreboard.
Really
Only just now is Ignar's ultimate coming back off of cooldown from
I
the
am
earlier play in the
smelling
bottom lane. So well timed from
winning.
C9 being able to earn themselves an extra objective, an extra kill, punishing that window.
I don't want to jinx.
Checking in up here in the top side, Thanatos up. Honestly, about 4 waves of farm, feeling pretty good.
Ini daw kung C9 karena biru
Our
kah?
question again was.
Yeah.
was a little bit worried about. See how well they can answer that. Thanatos.
Cassiopeia was, until recently, the only champion that couldn't buy coots in the game.
And definitely very good, especially.
I didn't see that.
Matchup here should be pretty good.
Shit.
For side lanes, but everything else farming pretty nicely.
Yep. And you can see Blabber has switched over to the Exhaust on his Summoner Spellbook, so I'm curious if we're going to see any great value come out of that one. You can see quest completed there for him as he cleared out that red buff as well, so feeling pretty good. Again, I mentioned it offhandedly earlier, but Protoplasm Harness, this thing just feels good to build as a tanky
There's a
jungler.
possibility this is another 4 Drake game.
And it costs about as much as, I don't know, McDouble. It's really cheap.
Yeah,
How do you not see that?
I love the support.
Okay, this is for a newbie player's perspective.
Still extremely effective. Mainly the junglers, but here we go, Vulcan.
Yeah, Vulcan with the flash engage, pulverizing
Nice engage,
the headbutt, knocks
Vulcan.
FBI back. Sven falcon forward, needs a little bit more damage, but can't quite find it. Blabber arrives, throws out the Glacial Prison. Ignar and FBI both surviving with less than half HP remaining, as Palafox also showed up there with a teleport, was immediately exhausted by Blabber as soon as he arrived, and now Thanatos arriving himself,
in my
looking for a little
defense,
bit more,
as a
chases
newbie
XU
player,
away, knocks half of
you
his
know,
HP
I
off,
never
wants to
see
go
the item.
for the interrupt on the recall,
item
will
that
not be able to cancel FBI in
they
time.
buy. They
Thanatos
bought.
with an R-bar charge, and the wave is about to crash into the tier 1 turret.
I don't
C9
know.
still
I
wanna
never.
make the
I
play.
just never see that
Thanatos
section.
stepping up as Vulcan ready to dive here with the
Oh
unbreakable
no!
will.
A C9 got
CC coming through,
stunned.
but Palafox
The
is still
turret
alive
is
for now.
helping,
C9 finally
but
getting enough damage to get
will
the
they
job
manage
done.
to?
Mega Gnar into the wall.
No!
Thanatos drops though. It's a 1-for-1 trade.
Yeah, they forced that real hard. Uses flash as well. They're still here though. Blabber wants another round.
They're not done yet.
Almost there.
Teleport
Almost
coming
there.
in. They want to bring APA down to the party, get the Cassiopeia involved.
Oh my god.
Minion wave about to
God.
crash into
Are
the
they gonna
turret.
dive?
And C9 is going to go right back in for a
Dive.
re-dive. Sven gets the kill.
For
XU
two
falls. Both
kills.
of them go over to Sven.
Very
That's
nice,
more of what C9 was wanting.
There they go. They repeat. They get
Very
the kills.
nice.
Photon comes in way later with the teleport. The channel time here, I mean, eventually
Nice,
arrives.
nice,
he did
nice,
push
nice.
the extra wave
Excellent
in
dive.
on top side, so denied a bit
was
of
cutting the
minions there,
wave.
but,
yeah.
Cloud9 just gonna keep it up. All right,
Nice.
so they're the ones who teleport top
Cyan
right now. First,
just
they wanna make
enjoying
use of
his
it.
time
They go
up
in.
there.
The flashes are used. That's why they delayed it so long for Dignitas. They use both of these flashes here, and Palafox is actually able to stay alive a fairly long time. In the end, Cloud9 do get him, but it costs the one for one there. So Victor down, 4 Gnar being down, and then the repeat dive here. Even with the teleport being
Nabraknya bagus
channeled
ya,
by Scion, is a lot later. Is going to take a significant amount of time, and APA is already here. So you look at the minimap. Now is when he changes over. Scion was recalling.
Honestly, the best way to learn items
Play
is
is already over.
your next
That's
couple
it.
of games.
Okay, nice, nice.
Not
Nice,
use the
nice.
recommend item tab. But rather
Okay,
to
right back to
champion
live, and we got
guides.
ourselves another
What I
fight.
can say.
Ignar barely hanging on here.
I
Down
don't
about
use-
250
yeah,
HP.
I use
as
recommend.
C9 make a move
No,
to
I don't
invade the
use-
enemy
I
jungle.
didn't
You
look
can
for
see
the
Blabber
top
stealing the blue buff
section.
away from XU, and he's not done yet.
But
now he wants to play for a
indeed,
little
I
bit of
use
Gromp gaming, but
the
Dignitas will force him
recommendation
back. XU will
item
at least take the small kill.
that like
Okay,
good
trying
to
defend
fight
as much as they can for
for
the
this
jungle.
champion,
Now,
for this
the past,
ABC
for this series,
champion.
we've had gold on one
and
side,
this
dragons on
item
the other
good
side.
to
Now we got
fight.
gold and dragons on the same side,
This
Flowers.
champion,
Feels really
Bobby
good
Blue Blue.
for C9. Feels
Yeah.
Is
really
that a
bad for
recommendation
Dignitas
tab?
because now that next dragon
Yeah,
is
I
spawning
guess.
just 30 seconds from now. As Vulcan tanking up here on the front lines, but C9 got to be careful. The Rift Herald down to 3,000 HP, but a lot of burst into Vulcan. They might just be able to burn through the ultimate. Rift Herald secured by Blabber.
Whoa,
Vulcan's
wee,
still
whoa, wee,
incredibly
whoa,
low.
wee.
Laser from Palafox doesn't
wee.
quite have enough damage until Ignar shows
Whoa,
up
whoa.
to guarantee it. Blabber hops in the Herald to
Hey,
try to get
yo.
away. The rest of Dignitas
Hey, yo.
still looking for more as they find
Hey,
the
yo.
angle on the Sven, continue chasing, but Sven goes on a rampage
okay.
and brings XU with him.
That's okay.
It's a messy one up here in the
It's a
top
good
side river.
trade,
It is,
I
and
think.
in order to like calculate
Yes.
who's winning, you have to take into account the bottom side was pushing there
Is
for
it a good
Thanatos, getting a lot of
trade?
money in the solo lane for Cloud9,
Yes,
so you still
it's a
see the
good
gold number go
trade.
up, and Blabber took the Rift Herald out. He used it both as an exit and to get the mid turret. So in the play, they got the turret. They're still going for a little bit of a fight up here. APA in the 2v1, but the extra
Cassiopeia.
kills go to Dignitas. It's still Dragon number 3 for Cloud9.
Different
Plus, they got the
champions
minions
are
bumped up. Plus,
better
they got
or
the turret
worse
in
with different
mid lane.
items.
So
You'll see
all
some
in all,
characters always
Cloud9
build the
still
same,
kind of staying on their
items,
pathway to
everything,
success
no
here
matter what,
towards
like
a very
Nocturne.
early Dragon Soul.
That is scary, scary
And
stuff.
they got
There'll
the
be a
third
21-minute soul
dragon
if they
for
get the next one
free.
right when it spawns. Dignitas are going to
I smell
have
winning.
to find an answer for that one. Thanatos 1,500 gold ahead. Blabber the same. Let's take another look
I
at how
won't
the
be
Rift Herald
jinxed.
fight went down here. Because Vulcan soaked a lot of damage at the start.
Yeah, it does use
But
the All-Star ultimate, so I'd say he soaked a lot, but he doesn't have
what is
flash,
this?
so when he's
Contest.
going towards the beard, doesn't want to go towards the
I just
Victor
knew that we
ultimate.
can
Yeah, he's-
escape
there's no way he's
using
getting out
the
anyway.
Rift Herald.
And then Blabber pops the Herald for the easy exit. But look at the mini
Yeah,
map. Is it kind of
easy
interesting
exit.
thing? Scion is walking right now.
Herald.
So Scion left the bot lane 1v1 with the Gnar. He probably wouldn't have a very good time in the bot lane 1v1 anyway.
But Vi
he
gotta
went over
die.
towards mid, so the Gnar got to keep pushing, and the Herald goes in on the tower down there. We're back alive.
Yeah, it just never stops. That's back-to-back
and we get
replays. We're
Dragon
right
Soul.
back into another
Is
fight.
that like
and
some kind
Palafox
of inside
is
joke?
right back into the grave.
A
Third
Dragon
death
Soul,
here in this third game on the
meaning
Victor.
that
All right,
got
Thanatos,
four of them all.
1.5. Wait a
Dragon Soul.
second. They're going to yoink this Grump. Nothing that...
Three
any of,
drakes are
Dignitas
three
could do,
drakes
even though XU
already.
on by was kinda
It's a
on
very
the other
good,
side.
very good, very
Kinda
nice.
hovering there. The map is just so hard to bring
Oh, it's
back under
literally
control,
called
and you-
Dragon Soul.
losing all of your turrets. You have no
And
side
next
lane
up,
pressure.
Oh, you got
Gnar
extra
is
buff
just gonna
for
be so annoying here with all the
4
speed, with the
dragons?
swiftness,
Like
Trinity Force
another
done,
buff
as
for
well as the extra
for
mallet
4
here too for
dragons?
Thanatos. So
Fleet footwork on top of it.
Not a specialist,
very
nabrak
difficult
tahor here.
to keep them pinned
Iya
down.
lagi, iya lagi.
Cloud9 doing a very good job ballooning this gold lead.
Dragon
with
Soul
the
comes
3
when
towers
it's
to
late.
Whoa, Thanatos is hopping right in onto them.
Yeah, Thanatos looking to
I
make a play, but then immediately
see.
has to flash out to keep himself safe. However, Blabber arrives on the side of the fight, ready to keep things going. FBI and Ignar
So that's
both
why
getting away
it's
for now,
really
but Vulcan is
impossible to
also
win.
still looking.
Nearly
Finds XU off to
impossible.
the side, but there's nobody else around on C9 to really continue doing a whole lot with it. Vulcan now cosplaying as a raptor, stuck inside the chicken pit, but the rest of C9 arrives. Gonna make sure they get their support out of there.
If we get
Wow, really trying to force
Dragon
super hard
Soul.
here for Cloud9. They can't get FBI. They get his ult, they get his flash, as well as Ignar's flash, but gonna have to retreat right back to
It
the
is
side
that
lanes to get
strong.
those pushing again.
Oh my
Attempt
god,
at the
I
pit,
start to get
unsuccessful,
sleepy.
but you can see kind of the idea that they were going with there as Blabber was kind of coming down from the other side. Not able to find much of anything though, so they could just return to the easy plan. Push your side lanes in first. You've got all 3 outer towers
Each
down.
small dragon
Dignitas have
gives a
no
small amount of
safe
stacks.
area to traverse between.
When you
And
get
so
the
then
4th
you can
dragon,
set up
you
another
get the
early
soul,
move for
which
yourself.
has much fun.
APA finds himself in a bit of a compromised position here against
Cassiopeia!
Photon as XU swoops in.
Cassiopeia!
They need a little bit more burst damage to finish off the mid laner, and they get it done. Palafox
No,
even
he got
arrives
kidnapped.
to make sure that the money goes
Poor
over to one of the carries.
Cassiopeia.
Nice pick from Dig.
Okay, teleport invested here for Dignitas, and they do leave open an
They
extra
got
lane, which
objective.
Santos will dismantle shortly.
Nice
But,
move.
like you say, getting the shutdown into the victor here. If they can
Free
get to 2
turret.
items, it's actually really good to have
Nice
both the
move.
Leandries and the Deathfire, since you're against a lot of health
Nice
stackers
move.
here with
Where's Thanatos again? Oh
Sejuani
yeah, the Gnar.
and the Alistar.
Pushing turret.
Cassiopeia
Very
too.
nice.
Thought of ages.
Even Cassiopeia.
Baronashor. Baronashor.
Oh, it's pretty early. Here we go.
Yeah, pretty early.
Ba-
It's
ba-
5 seconds after the thing
Baronashor.
spawned, and they're already going after it.
Can't be a lot earlier than that. And
it's pretty tough.
And I think it might even just go their way. I would have to just charge right in, queue over, maybe Photon. Even then, they don't have time.
Yeah, I really like this from C9. You've got Cassiopeia. You know you have so
Yay!
much Baron damage, so they just full send it and secure the
Yay,
Baron.
yippee!
20 minutes into the game, but now Dignitas is trying to take the
Yippee!
fight on the back end of things.
Let's go!
Photon soaking
Yeah,
damage to the
yeah,
front
yeah,
line
yeah,
as
yeah,
Vulcan
yeah.
creates space for the rest of C9. Thanatos trying to get away for now. He has the
oh,
Narvar
Vulcan,
charge, but
no.
he's so low on
He
HP.
died.
FBI's
Vulcan.
already got the kill
Vulcan,
on the
I
Vulcan.
retreat,
Nice
retreat,
petrifying
retreat,
gaze
C9.
from APA to buy a little bit more time for C9 to try to escape.
Oh no, oh
But
no.
Photon arrives in
Oh
the back.
no.
He finds his way
Nuh-uh.
towards Sven. Decimated
Nuh-uh.
smash not going to hit because the flash over the wall from the C980 carry.
They got
But
Sven
Dignitas
too.
are going to get another
Oh,
one.
they got
That's Baron
3.
for C9 very early.
That's
But
okay.
Dignitas kill 3.
Oh, it's
negative play already.
okay.
And the big part is you have bounties on the map. So you can slingshot here for Dignitas, get some objective bounties afterwards. It is certainly not worth doing the Baron like
It's
that. if you're gonna give up
okay.
3
It's still
kills and control
okay.
of
It's
the
still
map.
okay.
With the new season,
It's
the
still
gold value from
okay.
the Baron has been cut. The experience
fine.
value has been cut, and
It's
objective bounties
fine.
in the aftermath are going to go a long
Calm,
way for Dignitas.
Jack.
They are
Calm.
confident in their scaling. You have to be very careful about giving
Dapat
money back
Baron
over
tapi
to
hilang
this team.
3 ya.
How about giving dragons over to this team? Not only was it the disaster of losing your Baron buffs, of losing the 3 kills, of then losing those objective
3
bounties,
bukan
but now
2.
Dignitas has control over the dragon. That 21-minute soul that I was talking about earlier, wave goodbye to that one. Dignitas secure the objective, and they even get everybody out.
For now.
For now, okay. Blabber
The
looking to at least
IG
get
got
some
the
kind of a
Soul
punish
Dragon,
here. APA does
aren't they?
plenty of damage on this
Or is it
Cassiopeia, but
needs to
Photon
be
is a very
4
tanky boy.
or the 4th
XU and
Drake
FBI have to
only?
be concerned about Thanatos and Sven off to the left side of the fight here at the same time. Photon likely to fall. XU even lower. Stays alive for now,
no.
though, as they continue piling
They are
towards
too focused on Photon.
APA is going to take the kill on that one. But Sven also down. Palafox picking up a kill on the enemy 80 carry.
I mean, 1 for
No, they
1.
are too
Yeah,
focused
Cloud9
on
trying to
Photon.
extend the play and chase them further. Can they get
Chase
more
them,
than
C9s. Chase
It's
them.
looking like Blabber's got a
Freaking
great
chase
angle
them.
to hold these guys in position as APA flashes
Oh,
over the wall
shit,
there with the
let's go.
miasma. FBI drops. Now Ignar
Let's
is about to fall
go.
to the
Double
twin
kill.
fangs as well. A
Go.
double kill
Go
for
for
APA.
third. Go for
if he can get
third.
the third one here, that's going to be so
Uh-huh.
big. But no, Palafox
Empty.
stays alive.
Okay, it's already GG.
Wow,
It's already GG.
another extended play, another objective down.
No, it needs to
but
be
the
4.
chase kills here for Cloud9.
It needs to be 4.
Back to being
Okay.
positive.
So let's give it
after
to the
that play.
team
And
that
so the big
gets
thing
the
they're
first
losing out,
soul
of course, is the timer for the
Then every
Dragon Soul that you were mentioning, but
will be
also just the
another dragon.
further timer
Okay.
in the game. You've got
3 dibayar 3, Bo. Itulah C9. Emang gitu yang ya.
You hit
Emang
your 2
ya.
items and you're stacking your Dark
Semangat
Seal
Mas
there
Kobo. Ini
for
semangatnya
the
si
victor
9
for
ya, kocak.
Powerfox as well.
Bukan aku.
So
Terima kasih ya.
the carries, the danger here.
Who's your MVP in this game? I don't know, man.
Dignitas still making use of that time, of that money that goes their way.
I still don't
Cloud9 getting
familiar
a little risky with it.
Cassiopeia.
Yeah,
The 3
Blabber's
champions
got every
on.
available toy in the Happy Meal in his inventory. He's got 3 good
champions
cheap
on
items
C9
already
side.
locked in there on that Sejuani. He was a big part of being able to run down Dignitas there, find more off the back end of that play. So we'll see if C9 can continue accelerating their way forward. Blabber goes in, finds the ulti, lands it onto FBI, but there's no follow-up damage here just yet. Palafox tanking a ton, finally dropped. Ignar's got to be careful here.
Good, engage. Good, dive.
Sven barely hanging on for now. Blabber also super low, but XU couldn't get his target.
Okay, I mean,
Yeah.
they get the kill
Chill.
onto Palafox.
Okay.
Victor down, one of the big carries out of there, and
Okay,
we're
chill,
kind of
chill.
right back on track, Flowers, for Cloud.
Yeah, it's like the last 5 minutes is gone.
It is a little later of a timer, but like objective bounties are back on the map. Because
A disclaimer, I'm yawning because of
back to where
I
it
get
was.
sleepy at this hour.
And I don't know. I can't help but just like
not sleepy,
go
actually.
over the succession of
It's a little
objectives
bit
that we
sleepy.
just had, the couple of
Not
fights,
because
like
it's boring, okay?
the rush
I'm really
from
enjoying my
Cloud9 on
time
the
with
kind of
Kobo
dangerous
Curse.
timing with the Dragon Soul
Kobo Curse,
being
Kobo
so close
Curse.
and taking that big risk, leading
We're
to
chilling
Dignitas getting it. But then also,
in the lead.
Dignitas, they didn't have full DPS on the Dragon Soul as they make a catch.
Yeah, let's see if they can get this all the way there. XU sidesteps the Glacial Prison. Ignar still looking for an opportunity as Photon creates some space with the Decimating Smash. Dignitas managed to keep everybody alive. 90 seconds until Baron respawns, 2 minutes until another potential Dragon Soul for C9.
I mean, so Dignitas, we're going back in time through these objectives for the last 5 minutes or whatever to get to this point. They clearly didn't feel the extra pressure of like burning that dragon quickly, because they just had the Vi and the Scion on it, and they didn't have other members.
Thank you for understanding.
Waves instead.
Thank you for
and that kind
understanding.
of allowed Cloud9 to extend the play, to chase
But
down,
no
a couple
worries,
more
guys.
kills,
No
and,
worries.
like rebuff up the gold lead. And
I'm
so
fine.
now
I'm
we're
really
back
okay.
into another spot here where we're gonna come down. It's only a minute until the next Dragon Soul opportunity. I still think Dignitas definitely have some winnable setups.
Oh, there will
for
be
them,
another
even
dragon.
being down now 5,000 gold heading into this one, because they have the 2.5 items on both of their carries with like the half.
Yeah, I haven't get to sleep because I
It's
work.
harder because they
I
did
work.
give over all the extra kills through
I
Cloud9.
work.
That was enough money to fund the full 3 out of power spikes for APA and Sven.
And now I can finally
a full Lord Doms definitely goes a
have
long
a
way.
chill
These
time,
rockets are going to be
which
very
is
painful.
Watchalong.
And
LCS
Cassio,
with
as you mentioned,
you.
is like kind of tanky as well as putting out a very
Oh,
big amount of damage now. And
Baron,
Baron
Baron
as well for the time being.
Baron Nashar.
Definitely goes a long way for Cloud9. So they're once again feeling very good about the setup for a Dragon Soul
If
fight.
Dignitas can extend
See if
until
they can
Elder Dragon, Dignitas
bring this one home.
Well, critically, FBI just completed his Lord Dominic's regards.
Okay, there you go.
3 full items for the Xayah could be the difference that Dignitas needs, but it's C9 first to the bot side river as the dragon has spawned. Dignitas on the approach. Thanatos with the full Narbar ready to go. Not going to find an angle for entry here just yet as C9 already begin DPS onto the objective. There's Thanatos, goes in for the Mega Gnar, doesn't find a hole of value, instead has to retreat back to the Tier 1 turret. But he's made enough space for the rest of C9 to secure the Dragon Soul. Now Photon and Ignar are in trouble. The Rakan, very low, down to 20% HP, but it's Thanatos who falls to FBI. Ignar stays alive for now. Meanwhile, Dignitas is fighting on multiple fronts. APA trying to keep himself safe from XU, puts plenty of damage back into the Vi, forces the flash away. Sven walks right up, base checks the proc, still gets the kill on the Photon and somehow stays alive. Sven is still fighting and kiting as APA goes on a rampage and FBI falls. Blabber continues the chase. It's only Ignar and Palafox and the victor is almost completely out of mana. C9 wants to finish this. They want to ace him, and they'll get all 5.
And they do. Wow, Thanatos with the
Let's
sacrifice distraction play.
Is it game over,
where he
Chad?
jumps into
Is
the
it game
back line
over?
to go straight and put
Wait,
pressure on
they got the fourth
Victor,
dragon, right?
and trying
They
to
got the
get
fourth dragon.
FBI a little bit here, and does get the pullback, just not into the wall on
Thanatos, you're
FBI,
doing
but
great.
does
Yes,
get it on the
Thanatos.
Palafox, and then they get the Mikhails. And Thanatos' whole plan, he had his flash ready to go right to the turret, so blast going in, distract away
They
carry
really
so
got
that his team can
distracted
still get the dragon and get the
because
dragon
of
soul.
Noir.
So even though he's the one that goes down, FBI had to flash to
Iya,
get
udah
that
gitu
blade
Gnarnya
collar pull onto
nggak
him.
mati-mati.
And he created
Nggak mati
so much
sekarang.
time to allow
Very
Cloud9
good,
to
very
get the
good, very
dragon
good,
soul.
very good.
Very good distraction and kind of threat pulling play from Thanatos.
No, it was.
Then the scramble afterwards,
was
Flowers,
not
after the battle
Elder.
lines are completely mixed up.
Oh, this is scuffed.
Yep, completely mixed up battle lines, completely scuffed, and yet very profitable for Cloud9.
And after this,
for
Elder
Zen
will
himself.
spawn.
So now with the soul, with the Baron Flowers, they return to finish the job.
Yeah, this is
It's a
a
GG.
very,
Yay.
very convincing
Yeah.
game state. 4C9,
8K
8,000 gold
with
ahead,
Dragon
Soul in
Soul.
inventory,
Let's
wearing
go.
Baron as Ignar tries to go in, immediately finds the quickness, but there's no follow-up damage, and Ignar is already
They
down.
are
Blabber might just
unstoppable
die to the
now.
turret here, but C9 doesn't have damage to kill it before Blabber falls. FBI looking for these auto attacks, but again, C9 has mostly fully retreated. APA still off to the right side of the fight, just in case Dignitas overchase.
At this point,
But C9,
you know, I
they get a
should.
kill, they take
I
down the
should
tier
do
3
a-
turret, they got what they came for.
A prediction.
Blabber goes for his
Because
empowered
I'm
recall,
really good
and
at
since he's a spellbook
predicting
user,
which
teleports
team
right back to
gonna
the
win the
play.
match.
With a brand new, shiny, unending
supporting
despair
C9.
to go with it.
And look at
still
C9 now.
alive in the enemy base.
Last
Top
time
lane
I
inhibitor
supported
down.
T-Lao.
Palafox does find a good little bit of burst
You
there
guys
on this
see,
but nothing
you
that
guys
truly
can
threatens
see.
a lethal situation. Dignitas still looking, seeing if they can catch anybody on the retreat here, but C9 seems to have got away safe.
APA.
Vulcan immediately headbutt pulverized right in on top of X. You and the Vi is already down. Vulcan will die here to the decimating smash. But the rest of C9 has arrived on the right side of the fight, and FBI has to kite. He gets himself all the way back into the base, but Photon has to die to cover his escape. Dignitas will end up losing to jungler and top laner out of the picture. The front line is gone.
Cloud9 again with a long kind of play there. They stick around extra to be able to get the extra kills right outside of the fog of war, outside of the vision of Dignitas. And immediate teleport again, this time from APA down to the bottom side to keep the pushing up. Try and get as many towers
It
afterwards
would be
as they
fun if
possibly
C9
can.
would now
Brand-empowered minions
pull
can
up
help them
a
do that. Nantos
generational
keeps the
throw,
pressure on
but-
top side, and Cloud9 continue to close in.
And it's
Don't
only a
throw,
single auto
please,
attack
don't
that'll be required to
throw.
kill that tier 3 turret in the mid lane. You can see
They
it's got
won't
a
be
bunch of
throwing
crust on it.
because
It's
I'm
only standing
supporting
at
them.
5% HP to begin
I
with.
got
so
their back.
Things are going to get worse before they get better for Dignitas as Sven takes out the tier 3, starts
There's a
putting the auto attacks
coincidence
into the
that the
mid lane
best teams
inhibitor.
are blue
That one's
and
not
you're
going to stand
also
much
blue.
longer. Thanatos
Not
walks
the
over to
best,
guarantee that they
though.
can force that down. So now it's only bottom lane still standing with the inhib intact for Dignitas. Photon back alive now. Dig has all 5 men, but they've really only got one more chance, one last fight if they want to try to make their stand here. Thanatos with an R-bar charge. Dignitas
they
full
got
sending
Sven.
after Sven, but Vulcan's doing a good job peeling for his AD carry. The Corki not under any true threat as the Nexus turrets fall. The first is already out of the picture. The second will be the next target. Baron-empowered minions already in position here as Dignitas have to run back into the fountain, try to get whatever healing they can. But the base is quickly evaporating. C9 going for their series-ending push right here. Photon and Palafox trying to stand and defend. XQ also bursted low. Sven goes on a rampage and Palafox falls. Photon will be a double kill for the Corki as FBI at least gets some damage back. He's trying to outfight this, but Thanatos is done. He will end the game, take the Nexus. C9 win the series 2-1.
Yeah, a little spicy.
That's my
flash with
MVP,
the,
man. That's my
blade collar at the
MVP
end.
right
Or didn't even
there.
have to use the flash,
Thanatos.
but Thanatos says, oh, okay,
Thanatos,
okay,
my
we're
bro.
gonna hit Nexus now.
Yeah.
Gets a little dicey, and Cloud9
My bro.
will finish it.
Yo, it's
2-1.
GG.
It will not be the 3,000-day sequence breaker today. Dignitas will continue
searching
bro.
for that elusive first series win.
I think
They
that's
showed
all.
that they
I
have
need
what it
to-
takes. They've taken games
I need
off
to
of
go
top
to
teams
sleep
so
now,
far, but
immediately.
it still just hasn't come together in a meaningful
Yo,
way for Dignitas to
Chad.
win a series. Cloud9 on the other
That's
hand,
my
though,
man.
5-0
Yay.
now. They're loving where they're at in the league.
They certainly are. Feels good to be on top, Flowers.
Kobo, let's play
And
Flowers.
Dignitas, of course, as they say,
And
individual
then-
teams, but they really got to piece together a
Yeah.
series win if they want to make it into playoffs. And time is running out for them, but time looks good for APA. So let's throw it down to Emily,
We'll be
who's
streaming
ready
LCS
with an
later this
interview with
week,
the C9
yes.
mid laner.
Wait, what day? I think
Hello,
it's Sunday
I'm
now.
here
Yeah,
with APA
Sunday.
after, I guess, in my opinion, a
Well,
kind
yeah,
of
to me,
surprisingly
not
close
die.
series. I am going to start with game 2,
Nice
unfortunately, 'cause the Sunday
game.
lost, so
Nice
what
game
went wrong
C9.
kind of in that
Nice
game?
game C9.
Well, from my perspective, I have no clue because I felt like I was kind of running the map. It was like
Appa.
every other wave, I was like calling, hey, I have tempo here, I can go dive top.
PDA
I have tempo
11,
here, I can
11,
go dive bot. Like I remember I
21.
dove top and then caught one mid wave.
Ani
I ran
kasih
bot, pushed bot out,
kaliu.
and then I like TV top later. I felt like I was kind of running the map early, but then I don't know, fights just went down to Drake fights.
Nice.
And we
Nice
didn't
one,
play our comp
Appa.
too well, in my opinion. Like we have,
Appa.
we're not really in eye contact comp. We just want to like have like, you know, 3
Sabar
different
bro dikit
angles, like
lagi.
flash in,
Enggak sih
all in the
sebenarnya tuh aku
carries,
bisa
and, like, turn the
bisa
lights
end
off
kapan
and,
aja kata
you
mereka.
know, do tricks on
Kayak
it. But
they say I
we
can just
went
end the
5
stream in the
straight,
middle.
and we're not doing tricks on it. They're doing tricks on it, so we lost.
Overall,
so it's okay if I end the
think
stream
kind
now,
of a running
okay?
theme,
It's
talking
a
to you,
disclaimer,
talking to
okay?
your
Because
teammates is
yes,
kind
I need
of
sleep. I'm a
taking,
human.
like, learns
I'm sorry
or,
if I'm
takeaways
if
from
I'm a
scrims
human.
and
If
applying them on
disappoint
stage,
you.
even when
Yes,
you're
I'm
kind
a
of struggling
range
in scrims
shaman.
and being able
I'm a
to
human.
improve even when you're winning on stage. So just how's that going? Sorry,
Appa
I know that
means
was
daddy in
convoluted,
Korea.
but
Oh,
basically
yeah,
like taking the
Appa.
right takeaways to move forward even when you're winning and making mistakes.
Well, I think we have been having
Good
some
job
good
on the
discussions,
early
especially
morning
this week in
stream,
scrims. I think
Kobo.
this week we
Nah,
scrimmed all
thank
like
you.
the or scrimmed
Thank
a
you for
few of the top teams,
accompanying me,
and I
Kobo,
think we did
cuz.
okay versus them. Not the worst, not the best, but like better than most.
Even
And
someone needs sleep.
I feel like our scrims are
Yes.
getting better. We're getting good
Wait, let
takeaways
me
from our
fix
scrims,
my.
and we've like
Beep, boop,
I
beep,
feel like
beep,
we had
beep,
solid
boop,
theories
beep.
on the game at the moment when we get our comps.
Yay!
And then, speaking of solid game theories, there was a major patch change. We saw some of the new stuff coming through. You had Storm Raiders on Galio. There were some Deathfire
Does that mean
touch,
you're the only human in
you know,
Horror
instances
Hero?
in this,
No,
yeah,
actually,
in this past game.
technically,
So talk to me about
we-
what you think
the three
you've
of
been able
us
to kind
are-
of practice the most, and what you think has the most
The
impact
three of us
from, what
all
was a
human,
pretty
okay?
chunky patch.
Blacksmith and
you
the
guys had
Secret
very little
Agent
time
also
to
a
practice on
human.
it.
But maybe in our outer life,
Well, I think it was a lot of this week was literally just
I'm just a
testing.
droplet.
Like it was literally just
A
testing.
Zeta is
I
a
would
cat.
I have my positional coach Veigar.
Blacksmith is,
I would literally message him. I'm like, I'm
I
gonna
don't
try
know,
Deathfire touch
something.
this. I'm gonna try Deathfire touch that. Like
But
I'm
we
gonna,
technically,
like,
lore-wise,
literally see,
we
like,
are
look at the,
human.
like LOL Analytics or solo queue websites and whatever.
I'm a
and see
dog. I
whatever,
like that
jumped up
idea.
and Looked like.
Yes, I'm a dog.
Examples like ASOL jumped up because of Deathfire touch. So I was like, I'm gonna try this in solo queue and see how this feels.
Kamu yang di-interview, Kabo. Nemenin
So a
aja,
lot of it was
nemenin
just, like,
apa?
testing what feels good, what feels doesn't, and like I don't think we have like concrete decisions because also it's
Alright,
nice to copy
guys.
others because
See you when I
but,
see
you know,
you.
who knows what
Goodbye.
the guys over in Korea have their
Bokobokobo
opinions on, 'cause of
Kobo
course we have to copy
Kanaeru,
them.
your service. Let me be your son to
So
shine
a
your
lot of
day.
it was just testing and trying to form
Goodbye. Oh
relations.
yeah.
Is there anything
Another
like,
disclaimer,
I
if
know
you-
Big RV2 really
if
loves
someone
to
ever complain like,
experiment. He's been ahead of the game.
why
on a
do
lot
I
of stuff.
seem
Is
like
there anything,
rushing to end the
really,
stream? Like,
really
no.
crazy that he gave
Even
you that you
the
tried out?
other LCS co-streamer also like
Well, he made me
they
try
can just
Storm Raiders
end the
Olivia
stream
in scrims,
when the
and
match
that shit was useless.
is done.
So
So
Veigar.
yeah.
All right, we'll leave it there. Vigar, you can call him out on Twitter
Yeah.
if you
I
want.
don't know, man. I
Thank
just
you
think,
so
like, I
much
need to
for
put
catching up with me, APA. On
disclaimer
the other side of the break,
every
TL
time.
will take on Disguised. See you then.
Okay, but bye for real, for real. Bye bye. Thank you. Bye bye. Thank you. Yeah, I just don't want things got stirred up again, so I just need to put disclaimer, because you know, the people that don't even watch me got stirred up, or some miscommunication, or something that I didn't do. So yeah, to put some disclaimers. Okay, for real, bye bye.